Here we go. All right. There's really no news on GameStop, but there's a couple articles I haven't read from over the weekend. So, GameStop's now offering power packs that hand out PSA graded cards directly alongside Pokemon TCG booster packs for a premium price. The Pokemon TCG craze is hotter today than it has ever been. In fact, with scalpers running amok and the prices constantly on the rise, it may be more of a trending hobby now than ever before. Reacting to the surge in popularity, GameStop is looking to capitalize in a unique way. The video game store has been delving into trading card space for a number of years now, and now it's looking to sweeten the pot with its own power packs. While not an official product from the Pokemon Company, these GameStop exclusive bundles give fans the opportunity to unpack various boosters while also guaranteeing a professional sports authenticator graded card as well. God is good. What's up? God is good. That's a good name. I appreciate that name. You get a power pack online. No, I think it's in store only. What's up, Muma? How you doing, bro? I'm pretty sure it's in store. I'm sure this article will say. I haven't read this article, so. Well, it's not okay. Power packs are which now available in GameStop across North America, contain 3 randomized booster packs along with a single graded card. It's kind of I've seen have you seen those Pokemon packs with like the big card and then it has like 4 packs in it? It's usually like a random Pokemon. Kind of reminds me of that. Okay, I don't think I need that anymore. First up, the boosters. These can be 3 separate booster packs. Boosters from 3 distinct sets. It's entirely down to luck. So if you're looking to get for a specific card, buying the right boosters will still be your best bet. But if you're a collector just looking for anything valuable, this could be right for you. The biggest draw is the graded card, which GameStop is guaranteed to be a PSA 8 grade or better. For real collectors out there, PSA 9 and 10 is where the real value lies. But some PSA 8s of ultra rare cards can still move the needle if you're supremely lucky. A single power pack will run you $59.99 USD total. Considering a single booster is typically priced at $4.99 USD, it's obviously a steep increase. The allure is in the acquisition of a graded card without having to go through the often lengthy grading. Did we already read this? I feel like I've already read this. Wherein you have to manually send off your card and wait to hear back. Maybe I just read it by myself and I didn't read it on stream. It's worth noting for Pokemon TCG fans eager to try their luck. Power packs are not available online. GameStop has them for sale exclusively in store. Okay, so there you go. Exclusively in store. Interesting. I mean, if you get a prismatic pack, like, aren't prismatic packs like $12 a piece right now? Yeah, $14, $13. That's quite a bit. So, like, if you get one of those, I mean, it's pretty good. Or if you get 2. It's not a bad, like, it's expensive. Like, $60 is a lot, but I guess you have potential to make your money back for sure. And that's what the Pokemon's all about. Alright, so that's that one. I think we read this one yesterday. I'll read that one last. This is a video? I don't want a video. I need an article. Gosh dang it. What's up, Small Fry? How you doing, bro? Good to see you in here today, Small Fry. And then there's just a lot of articles about the 42069 deal. I think they're running it until April 26th, I believe. That's what this article says. But I don't see anything on like the GameStop website or anything, so I don't know. Like you'd think they would have it on here, but they don't. So I don't know. But some of those articles say that that deal is still going. The 42069 deal for the Xbox Series X. And then, you know, this was, I think we read this yesterday. GameStop's Ryan Cohen to face a lawsuit over his Bed Bath & Beyond trade. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen will face a lawsuit by the company once known as Bed Bath & Beyond. After a ruling by a federal judge, Bed Bath & Beyond is looking to recover $47.2 million of profit from Cohen for trading in its stock before the home furnishing company retailer went bankrupt in April 2023. Cohen abruptly sold his Bed Bath & Beyond stake in August 2022 for an estimated $60 million profit. U.S. District Judge Naomi Reese Butchwald ruled that Cohen and his RC Ventures investment vehicle must defend themselves against a claim that they bought and sold a stake in Bed Bath or more than 10% within 6 months, which made them insiders subject to short swing profit rules. As part of his defense, Cohen claimed he did not know his stake topped 10% when he invested in March 22, because the retailer was buying back its own shares at approximately the same time. However, Judge Bushwald highlighted that Bed Bath had disclosed its buyback program and that it was not credulous Cohen would invest so heavily without reviewing corporate disclosures to investors. Following his original investment in Bed Bath & Beyond, Cohen was vocal about his dissatisfaction with the retailer's turnaround strategy, labeling it scattershot and pushed for major changes, including a possible sale of the Bye Bye Baby division or even the entire company. His public activism led to the appointment of 3 board members aligned with his interests and the ousting of then CEO Mark Triton. Following a share price surge, Cohen sold his entire stake at a range of $18 to $29. Despite reporting in 2023 about SEC investigations into Ryan Cohen, there's no public indication that any investigation is active. And then I don't know what this is about. I don't even know if this is a real article. Hugh G, what's up, Hugh? What's up, Hugh G? Jeez. Moose again. What's up, Moose again? Sorry, I'm fucking dying over here. Chilling for an hour before the driving range, then back this afternoon. Golfing? Nice. 540 Xbox Series X, 420 PlayStation 5, 360 Xbox Series S, 240. Oh, nice. Hugh, you know, I don't get how you know so much about GameStop. You're always like you're like my GameStop insider. It's like you work there or some shit. You don't even. Hey, I'm glad you're here, bro. It helps me because I only slightly have my finger on the pulse. Like I do, but I'm slow. You're like on top of it. I'm like a grandpa over here. I'm like, what? What are they doing? A 42069 deal? GameStop? No way! That's crazy. Oh, it was yesterday? 3 days ago? Like, I'm like fucking grandpa over here compared to Hugh G. First day you can trade in Switch for Switch 2 that comes out on June 5th. 175 for an OLED. I'm turning mine in. Oh, nice. When does, I mean, I guess I'll find an article about it. I don't even know when Switch 2 comes out. Oh, you literally said comes out June 5th. I didn't think it was coming out that quick. Are they doing pre-orders or did they cancel all the pre-orders? So you got to be like, and are you going to buy from GameStop? I mean, I assume you're going to buy from GameStop. I don't know. Who knows? I would assume so. Can pre-order it now. Oh, really? $605, huh? Are you gonna get the Mario Kart bundle? I mean, that's actually kind of worth it considering how much Mario Kart's worth. It saves you like 30 bucks. It's actually a pretty good deal for this bundle for how much Mario Kart is. What else does it come with? Full game, Joy-Cons. Is that all? It just comes with the game? I don't think I would get a... I don't know. Switches are pretty badass, but I'm just not a gamer, bro. I'm just not a gamer. I think I would get more use out of like a handheld. Like if I had a handheld for Vegas, like on the flight and stuff, that would have been sick. I think I'd get way more use out of that than like an actual console. But I guess this is a handheld and a console. Right? Switch is the handheld. Okay, that's what I thought. I always thought there was like the Switch like what's it called? Like the Switch console. And then I thought you had to buy like this handheld if you wanted to play Switch handheld. But I guess that makes sense. Cuz I see the little screen here now. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely not when it comes out. Well, shit. That's probably like the only time you can get it. It's probably like get it like right when it comes out, or you're waiting like a year. Katu article. Nintendo's already apologizing for not having enough Switch 2s. Oh, I think I did see that one. GBA with a detachable controllers and a dock to make it a console. I see. I thought I don't know, for some reason I thought like there was the console and then they had the little handheld version. But that makes sense. With over 2.2 million fans seeking to pre-order Switch 2 directly from My Nintendo to Japan alone. Demand already far exceeds its ability to fulfill shipment into that country at launch. Damn. Alright, let's read this stupid article, or at least try to get into it. Tech company is looking to replace GameStop store by store. Tech retail chain Pay More is buying old GameStop locations as the once popular gaming outlet closes them. The last few years have been rough for GameStop, which has been shutting... I don't even want to read this. Let's see. I'm just going to skim through it and see if there's anything interesting. Or is this just like a stupid article? Paymore, a growing technology store where customers can trade in their old electronics, is reportedly buying closed GameStop locations. According to a statement from Paymore itself, the company aims to convert these stores into vibrant, community-focused spaces. Prioritize flexibility, fairness, and sustainability. Paymore notes that it and GameStop utilize similar commercial footprints and that customers have increasingly turned to Paymore for its console trading needs in the wake of GameStop's closures. I've never even heard of Paymore. I'm going to look this up before I read. Read more. Tech retail chain Paymore. Paymore stores. It's literally just a wannabe GameStop, basically. See how many locations they have. Yeah, They're actually decently big. Oh, there's one in Utah. Just go pre-order one from GME. You know they're gonna have a shortage. Probably resell for 1K easy money. I'll scalp it more likely. Just play it. I'll look into it. I still got some time. You're probably right. I can just scalp it if I don't end up playing. But I'm gonna end up playing it. That's kind of the, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for like 2 days and be like, man, this sucks. Why did I spend $400 on a Switch 2? I don't know. I'll think about it. How's investing in the family going? I bought puts. Oh yeah. Cam was here. He's a funny guy, a funny little troll. He doesn't have much to say when the stock's up, but when the stock's down, he'll come in here with full confidence. See the 6-9 thing happen last night. That mean I went to 36-9. I mean, from my perspective, every time that happens, the stock sells off. So, except last time, I think last time it went up off of when it went to 28.69 or whatever. But most of the time, it sells off after that. Kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I'll wait till Kev's here, but I did read that. Or I didn't read it, I listened to that book Kev was talking about yesterday. That shit's actually really good. It's very interesting perspective on Bitcoin, for sure. And it made me think a lot more about GameStop. More than anything. Bitcoin is pretty useful for a business, and you just have to read the book. I don't really want to spoil it, but in the book it talks about how over 3 billion people don't have access to bank accounts basically, and Bitcoin can be a solution to that, because you don't need a bank account or anything. You don't even need an ID or anything to get Bitcoin, really. You just make the account and then you just need a phone. So it's yeah, very interesting perspective. So it just made me think a lot more about all these companies that are buying Bitcoin, and I'm like, damn. Should have bought should have bought some SMLR and Riot, and maybe not MSTR, maybe some I don't know what's PayPal at. I don't know how that's doing. Or not PayPal. The other one, Block. There's some interesting things. Interesting things. And GameStop's about to be the 5th largest holder of Bitcoin. So it's yeah, you could buy Bitcoin and maybe it could be useful in the future. Or you could invest in companies that are buying, millions or billions of dollars of Bitcoin. And in my opinion, I think that play has just way more upside. Way more upside. If Bitcoin's going to double or triple, I think these companies are going to do 10x or more. So yeah, it's interesting, because if that's the case, I mean, there's no point in buying Bitcoin. You just buy these companies, and then you buy Bitcoin later when you're up 10, 20x in the next 10, 20 years, or who knows, maybe even more. I don't know. It's pretty insane right now how many people are buying Bitcoin as far as like institutions and stuff like that. I wish Kev was here. Kev's really like the only like crypto guy, so and I don't know. I'd recommend checking out that book. There is just like the audio book on YouTube that Muma pointed out. Internet of Money audiobook, I think it was. So like I would definitely recommend listening to this. I mean, look at it. It only has 1.3 thousand listeners. It was posted 2 years ago. Like what? What? Nobody's listening to this shit. Nobody. Bruh. Has 39 thumbs up. It's like you gotta. Here, I'm gonna post it in the chat. That's how. Go watch that, or go listen to it. I guess. Learn about. I don't know. It's not what I thought it was gonna be, so I can't. I just recommend listening to it. GME puts? What are those? What's a GME put? I never heard of it before. What's a put? Has anyone heard of a put before? I don't know what that is. Okay, so pay more actually is a thing. So kind of interesting. But they don't have $5 billion in cash, I'm sure, so who cares about pay more? And they're electronics only. It seems like it's not really a. I don't know. It's a competitor to GameStop, but not really. At this point, GameStop's kind of way more than just a store. That's only like a third of the story at this point. Until who knows? I mean, when is it going to be a fourth of the story? What else are they going to do? I don't think they really have to do much else, but there's a possibility they will, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know why. I just don't see them expanding like outside of just having cash and Bitcoin and GameStop, because they can just focus more on the store and make it better, more products, like so many things. Roaring Kitty talks a lot, like in the old streams, about using the Power Up Reward members as like direct advertising, basically, for certain companies, like video gaming companies and stuff like that, or really any company, just because there's so much data there. There's so many things. GME's a store of value, amen. They have high quality product. Like, it's not just, they have PSA cards that are only going up in value. Pokemon, like video games and stuff, only going up in value. The collectibles and stuff, the plushies, like that just, I don't know how like that stuff is as far as like high quality, but that's like targeting children and collectors, and that's, children are fucking, you make so much money off children. They love plushies and they love Pokemon. And who knows, superheroes, like so many things. I mean, I've bought so much merch, and I'm not even a child. I'm kind of a child, but I bought hella merch from GameStop just for fun. Oh no, ads. Not the casino. Not the casino. Stay away from that casino. Don't go there. I got rinsed at the casino. Oh, man. Fuck the casino. Sports bets and GameStop only. Except there hasn't been good sports bets lately either. So it's kind of boring. Go for another casino coin flip this week, Moose. Oh no. Stay away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Although oh yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The homie I was with hit a major on 50 cents. That was sick as fuck. It's always cool to see a major hit on such a low spin. I think I don't know. Might be a debate, but I think playing the lowest denom, lowest spin in a lot of ways can be the best. Because you just have so many like possible like you just hit the bonus so many times. So it's like you have a better possibility of actually hitting something somewhat worth what you're risking. Whereas if you go and do like even like $2 to $5, you're just spinning so quick and the upside really isn't that much. Unless you get like crazy lucky. So I don't know. Gambling's weird. Or you just play, $100 hands of Ultimate X and that's cool. That's what I'm doing next time if I ever go back. Huge if. I hate Vegas. I don't want to go back. I got Vegas right here. I could buy some calls or something. Or I could buy some puts, I could be like Cam. I could buy some puts. Even though he doesn't buy puts, I'm sure. Whoops. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll get a good sports bet, though. Maybe one day. I'm kind of excited for Sean O'Malley versus Marab. I might bet on Sean because like if anyone's gonna beat Marab, it's gonna be Sean with a knockout. Very unlikely, but I don't think anyone else can beat Marab. He's way too good. He is way too good. Man, if only Carlos Pratas was like a plus 200, I'd probably bet on him. Even though I think Ian Gary's like way good. I saw a few articles that Aspinall versus John Jones is like official. Is that real? I don't know. I don't know if Matt Romano's here. I don't know if anyone else is big UFC people. Bro, Islam Makhachev versus Ilya Tapore. Holy, a plus 200 on Ilya? No. No. Oh man, I'm betting on Ilya Taporia, bro. Holy shit. That is a good ass bet. Like Islam's the fucking GOAT. He's, the best fighter in the UFC, don't get me wrong. But so is Ilya. So that's tough. That's a tough fight. But I think Ilya's worth a bet on that. That's crazy. People dropping like flies here. It's sad. No, I'm sure Matt Romano's just busy. He's here like all the time. It is a pretty slow stream today, though. I think. back to just me. Yeah, it is definitely a slow stream today, but we just barely started. It's only been 30 minutes. Not bad. But yeah. It happens. Not everyone can be here all the time, you know. People have things they got to do, work and whatnot. But it's funny. I was talking to someone yesterday. This fucking it's fucking Mitch's dad. But and I was telling him that I've been like streaming and shit, and he's like, "How many people?" And I told him it was like 20 people, 15 people. And he kind of like laughed about it, and I thought it was so funny. I'm like, "Damn, this fucking boomer doesn't even fucking understand streaming. Like having any viewers at all is like a fucking blessing, bro. Like even if you have like literally like 2 viewers, you have people that are actually willing to come and watch you like do what you're doing. Like that's a fucking blessing. Like these boomers don't get it, bro. They don't get it. Shit's hilarious to me. That's another thing that fucking Bitcoin book talked about is cuz that dude's been talking about Bitcoin for like I don't know, 10 plus years now. And he's talking about all these different things where people would like laugh at you if you thought like super positively about it, like the internet in the late 90s, early 2000s, like telephones, like so many like so many historical just like revolutionary inventions that have changed the world, and people thought that it would never happen. And I think a lot about like streaming and you know, and GameStop, Bitcoin in a way. I mean, Bitcoin's already kind of happened, you know. Like I'm sure there's still a lot more upside, but it's not no couple $1,000 to 90 grand no more. I don't think is Bitcoin going to 1 million? I don't know. That's tough to say. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll never say never, but that would be insane. But like if you're invested in GameStop and they have, you know, fucking what's it called? Like 2-3 billion worth of Bitcoin and it goes up 10x, you know, 100,000 times oh shit, I'm doing this math wrong. We'll say it. Let's just I don't know how much Bitcoin GameStop's gonna buy, so let's just start it with now 1.5 billion. Oh wait, that's just gonna be 15 billion. So there you go. And I'm sure they're gonna maybe buy more. What if they use their cash to buy more at this point? I don't know. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Damn, Ilya Taporia plus 200. I can't believe that. I feel like Ilya is gonna be so good. Sean O'Malley's a total YOLO, but if it yeah, total YOLO. But that Ilya bet, that's actually really good. What? Figueroa plus 320 versus Corey Sandhagen? What? That doesn't seem right. What? When is that fight? May 3rd? Bro, I might bet on that too. Holy shit. That one's crazy. I gotta watch tape for sure. But that one's crazy. I've never really watched Figueroa. I've watched Sandhagen a bunch because last fight I was considering betting on, but yeah, Figueroa's like good. That's an interesting fight. For a plus 320, that's quite a bit. Wait. Really do be shocking how much the world changed in a boomer lifetime and they ain't got no clue what's going on all around them. I know, it's because they just live their lives. They don't even pay attention. I'm like, so I'm just a nerd, so like I pay attention to everything. So I don't know. It's weird for me when people don't see like the vision. Even, the vision could be wrong. Don't get me wrong, like it could be wrong, but it's interesting me when they can't even like think like it's possible at all. Like they give it like a 0% chance. Ignored the coin and lost 500 karma. Damn. Live by the coin, die by the coin. Amen, bro. You can't ignore the coin. Even if the coin yeah, you can't deny the coin. It's in the good book. It's in the good book. I don't know where it is in the book, but they talk about it. I think it's a proverb, I want to say. Lesson learned. I read an article last evening that YouTube ain't got enough content creators for its advertising demand, so I think you can be a rich celeb one day. I think I would have to try a lot harder. I don't know. I think I'd have to start making videos and stuff and try way harder, or just stream more. I guess I don't necessarily have to make videos, but yeah, I don't know. I just think I think YouTube's great. I think doing any content at all is great. Just in general, it's the future. That's another thing they talk about in that Internet of Money book about the Bitcoin is how like all these coins are, it's kind of like the altcoin thing you're seeing right now, how everyone's getting scammed and stuff. But a lot of these coins could have legitimate purposes, like like we were just talking about. There's 3 billion people in the world who don't have access to bank accounts. So what if a tribe in some random fucking country or island or something, they have a phone. A lot of these tribes and stuff like this have a phone. So what if this tribe makes a coin, and then you invest in this coin and it takes like 2-3% out of the coin or out of your investment or something, and it gives it to the tribe. It's like could be an interesting way to donate to people who don't have access to money. Like there's so many things with the crypto. That book was so interesting, but yeah, the YouTube the content's interesting. The content is interesting. And like as someone who has like a following, imagine like that coin exists and I'm able to find that coin and be like, "Yo, check this out." And then 30 people are donating like 10 cents to someone that like a couple pennies is worth a crazy amount, Like, yeah. So many things. But yeah, and like Netflix is trying to buy YouTubers and big content creators. There's a lot of other platforms trying to dip into the bucket of YouTube and just content, I guess. Well, I think Netflix is trying to go for more podcasters and stuff like that, but yeah. I agree. I don't think there's enough content on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of content, but all I watch is Kill Tony and wrestling these days. So you're saying there's still hope for my PP coin? Probably not, unfortunately. Probably not. Probably not. I was thinking about like how interesting it would be to make a coin that's actually legit. Like make one that, I don't know. Would it be possible? Is there someone out there who could make a coin and not rug the fuck out of it? you know? Like is that even a possibility? Doubtful, yeah. Very doubtful. But yeah, another part of that book he was talking about how like the early days of the stock market and like the telephone and a lot of like early parts of inventions, there was a lot of crime at the starting. And then he talks about how criminals are like usually at the forefront of like cutting edge technology because you know, just of what they do. Make a legit coin, but once I got to 10 million, I know I would sell. I think yeah. What the hell, dude? Why are we getting attacked by a bunch of fucking weirdos? Bot snipers that make coin rug. Um I don't know. Not entirely sure how that works. I mean, I guess there's, maybe they're the ones who like cause the FOMO. I don't know. I would maybe interesting. Bruh. Have you sucked me off before? Like, what? Why are you trying to promote a meme coin in my fucking chat, bruh? The hell? I want to make a bot snipers farm to buy up coins and then rug people easy money. Yeah, that's a filthy way to make money though. You don't want to be doing that. It's an easy way to make money, but it's filth. I forgot what we were talking about though. I got distracted by the fucking weirdos promoting their meme coin. Oh well. I guess we'll just continue on. Grasp the concept of a crypto rug pull would be over. I mean, you have to be there's I don't know how familiar you guys are with Twitter, but there's this, well, do you guys know Zach Morris? I think he's from or what the fuck is that? He's from some show. But there's this guy named Zach Morris, and he's done like multiple like rug type things. But he's one of the first people to create like a meme coin, and he would post Saved by the Bell, that's what it is. And he would post every day about the coin. He would go out in public and like talk to people. He would post pictures of like him onboarding people to his coin. Like he would go talk to someone in public and be like, "Yo, put $100 in my coin. It's gonna go crazy." And like I remember watching him do this like every day, like posting a picture of someone different, holding their phone up with $100 in Zach coin or whatever the fuck it was called. And yeah, and then he rugged it. And it's like, if you truly wanted to rug a coin, you could do it. Like it would be so easy. You don't even have to be famous or fucking anything. You could literally just go out with some coin you made with a interesting name and be like, just go talk to people. And like, bro, it would be so easy to do like a massive rug, but it'd be filth. It would be disgusting. It would be filth. I would never do it, but like watching that guy do it, plus with the Twitter following too, he had, the onboarding of people in public plus the following online. So that guy probably destroyed, but still, like, it seems like such a easy thing. Kev that was making meme coins. Yeah, Kev made a couple meme coins. He knows how to do it. And he made like $20 or $40 in like an hour just off of bots or something like that. It's kind of interesting. But yeah. Crazy stuff. 17,134 total cryptocurrencies. That's not even that much if like the book I was reading is crazy, like legitimate. Like that dude says there's going to be millions of coins. Millions. So we're just at the beginning if like that guy is accurate. Crazy. Crazy stuff. They added one share. Interesting. Bitcoin's going back up a little bit. Bitcoin's crushing right now. And ETH. ETH was selling off for like a little bit. You could have scooped ETH at like $1,500 while Bitcoin was going up. It's kind of interesting. And then ETH just started to go. There's a few coins like I've been watching throughout the past like year or so. Some of them are up a lot. Like Super's up 25%. That's crazy. Echelon Prime was up a lot more, but still up 16%. Illuvium used to be over $100 coin. That thing's kind of clapped. I mean, a lot of these altcoins are clapped, but Vulcan Forge up 30%. You know, a lot of these lost like 50, 60% or more of their value. So being up 20, 30% is not that much. But still. However, not all cryptocurrencies are active or valuable. Discounting many dead cryptos leaves only around 10,385. Wouldn't surprise me if there will be millions one day. All gonna have our own currency that is backed by our own net worths. I wonder if it'd be like if I could buy some Corey Randall coin now before he's famous and I could sell it in 5 years. I don't think I'm gonna make the Cordell Randall coin though. That'd be funny though. That's an interesting way to think about it though. Because if it did go, if the value was based off of your net worth, it would be worth like investing in a coin where someone's like net worth is going up. That's very interesting. I don't know how that would work really, but it's an interesting way to think about it. Or you can invest in bro, I just thought of something crazy though. Like what if a homeless person had their own coin, and you could just like send them the coin instead of them having to get a bank account and shit. You could just send them the coin. Or, maybe these altcoins are all going to be like nothing and it's only going to be Bitcoin. I don't know. It's hard to say. That's tough to say. The altcoin thing's just a little weird because, of what we see right now. So like the possibilities are there for like a lot of things like that, but in the end, for the masses, it would be so much easier just to buy Bitcoin and be able to trade Bitcoin back and forth. And then if you wanted to, give someone money who doesn't have a bank account or something, you transfer them Bitcoin. Cause yeah, I think that would just be easier for the masses. But and I also don't see like why, if you wanted to give money to some homeless person who had their own coin, why wouldn't you just give them Bitcoin? Why would you give them that coin? Because then they have to transfer that coin into dollars anyway, or into whatever currency. I guess I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Very weird. Very weird. It's weird to think about. Because that's really like what the book talks about mostly is, people who don't have bank accounts. Like it's not even really about the value of Bitcoin going up. That's what's so interesting. That's what makes that book interesting. It really has nothing to do with the price of Bitcoin. It just talks about all the possibilities, I guess. All right, peace out, Moose. I remember they did some. Wait, what? These rise it'd be millions one day. Wait till China gets in on it. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they can already do altcoins and stuff. I remember they did have something like that before. NFTs shit the bed for influencers and shit. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about, Hugh. With they did something like that before NFTs shit the bed for influencers. I don't know what you're talking about there. Keeps thinking. Crypto's interesting for sure. Like like I said, I still don't think like I would personally buy any crypto, but buying these companies that are investing in crypto, I think that's interesting. Because that's new. That's brand new. Crypto's been around for a while. This corporate bond stuff, besides MicroStrategy, this is all relatively new. So there's a lot more upside in my opinion. And like the downside's more protected. But yeah, it's really interesting. Very interesting. And it's just an easy way to move money around. A really easy way. Instead of creating a nonprofit or something like that where you donate all the money to do something or whatever, you just make the coin and then people can just buy your coin and there you go. You have the money. It's so weird. It's so weird to think about. But then they can also, pull out anytime they want. They're not like I've never even thought about that before cuz you usually like donate to someone or something, some cause and you don't see your money ever again. But like if you just bought a coin that helps a cause and you needed your money, maybe you lost half of it because the cause is, using it. I don't know. Maybe the value goes up. Who knows? But then you can pull out. All in on bum coin. Can't remember, but I watched a couple of YouTubers making their own coin. I've seen it happen. Kev did it live one time here. But it's pretty easy to make a coin. A coin? Probably harder to make like a legitimate one. I don't think doing a pump.fun coin is the way to go. Maybe that's, maybe that's the future though. I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't think so, but maybe. I hope not. Hopefully it's a little more legitimate at least, but I guess if it's not, I don't know. When the boomers die off and the wealth transfer happens, it's going to be such a different world. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Possibly. I would like to think so. For better or worse, I don't. Hard to say though. Jared, what's up, Jared? How you doing, bro? Good seeing you. Good seeing you in here, Jared. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. One of the boomers dying. I have no clue. 20, 30 years? It's not gonna be anytime soon, I don't think. Who knows? Could be a long time. Look at this. 3 hours ago. YouTube turns 20 and is on track to be the biggest media company by revenue. I think we've already read about that before, but still, we were just talking about it. But they also take a lot of money from the creator, which is whack. Exclusive experience programs for its trucks. Oh. Ford. Built Ford tough. A short squeeze for the stock market's big 2-day bounce? I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Still not even bullish yet. It's looking better, but we're not out of the woods yet. Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Wasn't there an article in here I wanted to read? Mastering the Bitcoin lifestyle. I don't. Let me just. Hunger for White Castle. White Castle? That's interesting. I don't think we have those around here. Besides the frozen ones. Side 10% of each check to auto convert into Bitcoin can build a strong position over time, giving the flexibility to fiat for day-to-day expenses. Oh, interesting. Bitcoin earning blueprint. Want to earn Bitcoin directly? There's an entire world of opportunities. Freelancing. Platforms like Bitwage or crypto jobs connect freelancers with clients who pay in Bitcoin. Content creation. Writers, podcasters, and streamers use tools like Found and Zaps on Noster to receive tips via the Lightning Network. I've never heard of that. Passive earning. Fold debit cards and Gemini credit cards let you earn sats back on gift card purchases on everyday spending, while microtask apps like Stacker News reward small contributions in Bitcoin. Wallet, once Bitcoin starts flowing in, you'll need the right tools. Wallets like Exodus and Edge are perfect for beginners. And Zeus offers Lightning integration and mobile-friendly interfaces. Generally recommended that these are used for spending $100 or less. I don't even know what any of these things are, I'll be honest. I'm living in the past, man. Gotta start Using Bitcoin for everything. Bitcoin standard is here. Living on Bitcoin is no longer theoretical, it's real, it's doable, and it's growing by day. Whether you're converting part of your income, spending Bitcoin on groceries, or managing a loan, it isn't about rejecting old system entirely. It's about building a parallel one that offers more freedom. Okay. What's up, Matt Romano? How you doing, bro? Chicken rings? I've never heard of chicken rings either. Fucking chicken rings. Interesting. Chicken ring. Chicken fries from like Burger King? Can't even tell you the last time I had that. BK chicken fries! What's that? See. Alright, so SoftBank, Tether, and Cantor Fitzgerald in talks for 3 billion Bitcoin treasury vehicle. SoftBank, one of Japan's most powerful corporate institutions, is reportedly in talks with Tether and Cantor Fitzgerald to launch a 3 billion Bitcoin treasury vehicle slated for public listing. According to Bloomberg, the structure is expected to be capitalized in Bitcoin, not fiat, with SoftBank contributing 900 million, Tether 1.5 billion, and Bitfinex 600 million. If finalized, the entity would launch the approximately 32,000 Bitcoin, instantly ranking among the top 5 Bitcoin holding public companies globally. It would also mark a significant expansion of a corporate strategy that's already redefining capital formation, the Bitcoin treasury model. Why corporations are turning to Bitcoin. The idea of holding Bitcoin on the balance sheet has moved beyond fringe theory. For a growing number of public companies, Bitcoin is becoming a foundational capital asset, one that enables not only the preservation of purchasing power, but accelerated access to new forms of capital. The shift is clearest in case of strategy, company that pioneered the modern Bitcoin treasury strategy, as CEO Feng Lei explained during the MIT Bitcoin Expo. We outperformed the entire NASDAQ, the entire S&P, entire Mag 7, and we outperformed Bitcoin. Strategy's results weren't driven by speculative timing, they were powered by structure. The company reimagined its balance sheet as a capital engine, raising funds, deploying into Bitcoin, and making its holdings fully transparent in near real time. Lei argued that many companies underperform not due to execution failure, but because they remain trapped in outdated financial models that favor fiat, prioritize defensive posturing, and ignore the velocity advantages of digital capital. SoftBank follows Metaplanet in Japan's Bitcoin treasury rise. While SoftBank's potential move is commanding attention, Japan has a benchmark in place. In 2024, Metaplanet Inc. delivered one of the most remarkable corporate transformations in global markets. Once a struggling hotel operator, the company pivoted into a Bitcoin treasury strategy and became the best performing stock in the world, with a 100x market cap increase. Metaplanet didn't just accumulate Bitcoin, it rebuilt its capital structure around it, using Bitcoin to drive debt issuance, equity raises, and treasury allocation. Its performance began tracking not on earnings per share, but on Bitcoin yield, the percentage growth in Bitcoin holdings relative to fully diluted shares. By Q1 25, Metaplanet had achieved a Bitcoin yield of 15.3%, with a target of 35% per quarter. The market responded by repricing the company around its Bitcoin per share performance. Metaplanet proved that the Bitcoin treasury model works in Japan and that it can scale. Its success opened the doors for larger firms to step in and expand the strategy further. SoftBank's role in scaling the corporate Bitcoin treasury. What SoftBank brings to this evolving corporate category isn't novelty, it's magnitude. With $32.9 billion in cash and nearly $200 billion in net asset value, a $900 million Bitcoin allocation represents only 2.7% of SoftBank's reserves, but structured through a public company seated in Bitcoin, it becomes a highly visible signal to global markets. The proposed joint venture, unlike an ETF or synthetic fund, is a Bitcoin native operating company designed for public equity markets. It enables investors to gain Bitcoin exposure through a traditional channel, while creating new opportunities for capital formation through Bitcoin-backed financial instruments. This structure would also fill a critical gap in Japan, where no spot Bitcoin ETF currently exists, to become the country's most accessible, liquid, and institutionally credible vehicle for Bitcoin exposure. SoftBank would not be entering uncharted territory. It would be scaling a proven institutionalized model, bringing broader market access and deeper liquidity to a capital strategy already reshaping corporate finance. A defining moment for Bitcoin treasury strategy. If completed, SoftBank's move would be among the largest Bitcoin treasury deployments in corporate history and the most significant date in Asia. It signals that Bitcoin is no longer an experimental reserve, it's programmable capital. It allows companies to transform idle balance sheet assets into productive, strategic capital platforms. The corporate Bitcoin treasury era is well underway. SoftBank has the balance sheet, reputation, and infrastructure to take it even further, scaling a model that's already reshaping capital markets from the inside out. All right. Bitcoin's transformative role as a retirement asset. According to Bitcoin Reserve Monitor, 20 states have pending strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation. As bullish as these efforts seem, they may be overshadowed by a sweeping federal framework pushed by Senator Cynthia Lummis, now the head of the Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets. After 16 years of speculation, experimentation, block wars, and deep banking, it seems that Bitcoin is on the precipice of a major threshold. Bitcoin's inflation rate is already lower than 1%, and its 21 million Bitcoin scarcity serves as a bulwark against inevitable currency erosion by the world's central banks. Perhaps most importantly, Bitcoin's ledger can easily be verified by everyone, unlike gold reserves. These and other factors are clearly positioning Bitcoin as the premier retirement asset, one that is highly resistant to tampering by central planners. But what would leveraging Bitcoin for retirement actually look like? First, we need to examine the importance of the very fact that BSR is being discussed at such a high level. BSR, the final perceptual push. At the end of the line, the ultimate resource for human structure to function is trust. It underpins not only interpersonal relations, but large-scale societal systems. This is why narrative control, recently exposed by Elon Musk's Doge, going through USAID funding, is so critical for governance systems, regardless of what they are labeled as. Although highly precious, trust is a fungible resource. For the purpose of social stability, if trust and fakery is achieved, it is as valuable as trust and truth. Yet the former type of trust lacks resilience, necessitating every escalating levers of control. In turn, this makes managed trust more fragile. Opposite to managed trust, we have Bitcoin as a trustless system. Paradoxically, Bitcoin represents the highest, most resilient form of trust management precisely because it minimizes subjective trust at the same time as it maximizes objective truth via its cryptography and proof of work mechanism. At a glance, this would make Bitcoin the obvious choice as a store of value, right? Not so fast. Time and time again, surveys have shown that older people are, the less trustworthy they are of Bitcoin and digital assets in general. Why is that the case? Why would people with a greater experience pool be least trustful of the highest form of trust management like Bitcoin? Wouldn't they welcome such a major innovation? That's because reputational signaling overrides technical understanding, and for most people, technical understanding is not even attempted without the social push. In other words, for something to be adopted and integrated, it has to be sanctified by authority figures, lest it be constrained to the fringes. The older demographic specifically relies on greater reputation-related activity and mentalizing memory areas while making their decisions. as shown from computational modeling in a 2023 study. This is a long ass article. I don't know if I even want to read it. It's not even that good. Whatever. I'm gonna skim and see if there's anything interesting in it. This is why the potential Bitcoin strategic reserve is such a monumental threshold. It would signal trust in Bitcoin from the very top, which would then trickle down to sanctified layers that supply the older demographic with cues. Oh, this is interesting. We'll read this part. This looks interesting. All right, just as surveys show that younger generations are most likely to partake in digital assets, they also show that Gen Z is the least expectant to own a home. This is a major generational cleavage, effectively burying the so-called American dream. But is that really the case moving forward? What if BSR establishes new social signaling for the baby boomer generation? In that scenario, boomers would serve as massive holders of wealth, overshadowing both Gen X and millennials. Boomers hold an estimated 78.1 trillion, or 52% of US net wealth as of 2023. On average, baby boomers have a net worth of 2.31 million, according to Terry Ronsley, KPMG urban economist. In contrast, Gen X has an average net worth of 1.88 million, millennials at 757,000, while Gen Z is at the bottom of the generational pile at 96,000. If boomers take the reputational cue from BSR, just a small fraction of capital inflows into Bitcoin, custodial or non-custodial, could drastically shift Bitcoin price. Wealth funds have already suggested above 1% Bitcoin allocation for portfolios. VanEck puts the figure at 3%, while Standard Charter's Jeffrey Kendrick expects up to 5% allocation from sovereign wealth funds. Altogether, this would place the Bitcoin price at 500,000 by 2028, elevating Bitcoin's market cap to nearly 10 trillion. That's interesting, if that's accurate. I'll never say never these days. In turn, even younger generations with meager holdings compared to boomers would build up a solid foundation for their retirement plans. And if Bitcoin gains the perception as the premier retirement asset, this would be the only beginning of its appreciation. That's a good point. Bitcoin performant retirement asset. In its simplest form, leveraging Bitcoin as a maturing asset can be done in two ways. One way is to go to the self-custody route by safeguarding access wallet to Bitcoin blockchain with offline storage. The other way foregoes the trustless nature of Bitcoin by counting on institutions with any of the listed Bitcoin exchange-traded funds or crypto exchanges. From then on, government spending and central banking do the work for Bitcoin holders. As respective fiat currencies lose value, Bitcoin receives inflows as a decentralized ledger backed up by a vast energy computing network. So far, people have counted on equities, commodities, or bonds to guard against USD erosion. From these basic elements, numerous combinations can be made to optimize the largest gains over time. Some invest in solo stocks, some in mutual funds that pool money into a mix of assets, and some hoard precious metals like gold and silver. Mutual funds are particularly popular as retirement options, as 401ks and IRAs are tax advantaged. In other words, the financial infrastructure is already there to integrate Bitcoin seamlessly. Bitcoin individual retirement accounts are already there to serve retirees, from BitIRA and iTrust Capital to Bitcoin IRA and Alto IRA. At the moment, paper Bitcoin is still dominant with the mutual funds. Case in point, Bitcoin Pro Fund brings exposure to Bitcoin only through futures contracts. Since inception in July 2021, this actively managed fund gave holders annualized performance of 22%. 22%. For comparison, the average mutual fund return on 401k is within 3 to 8% range. This becomes even less impressive when one accounts for inflation, or how the inflation metric can be adjusted via the relative importance of items to deliver politically palatable results. This carries over to job numbers and paychecks as well. When adjusted for inflation, it often turns out that real income is flatlined as the best case scenario. When accounting for these factors, even paper Bitcoin's annualized performance of 22% doesn't sound impressive, yet it is still superior to the status quo. Moreover, it bears to keep in mind that 2022 to 23 was an anomalous period for Bitcoin. Bitcoin got lumped in with the wider over-leveraged cryptosphere. This bubble popped just a couple months following the Fed's interest rate hikes in March 2022. Started with Terra, Luna, collapse, spread with Celsius Network and BlockFi, only to culminate to bankruptcies of Core Scientific Mining Company, and the FTX exchange. This anomalous period was aided greatly by concerted efforts of the government's agencies, Operation Choke Point 2.0, to debank crypto firms from financial rails. But at the end of the line, not only did one of the debanking investigators, Senator Elizabeth Warren, completely turn around, but Fed Chair Jerome Powell did as well, having stated that he is troubled by the quantity of these debanking reports. In other words, while one can doubt inflation and job figures, one can also doubt Bitcoin performance, but in a positive direction now that the playing field is more even. Whatever. What is the ultimate end goal for Bitcoin retirees? Presently, Bitcoin is being integrated into existing financial systems. As with other assets, Bitcoin then becomes another component to be added into hybrid portfolios and tax-advantaged accounts. But ultimately, one could easily see more blockchain-native systems to arise for generations younger than boomers. These retirees are also more likely to use decentralized pensions based on automated smart contracts for payouts. The main thing they need is features, like reports you can snap a photo of and scan the QR code, or safe automatic backups they don't think about. Accessibility is the game. It is also likely that AI agents will be handling people's affairs, utilizing layer 2 solutions like the Lightning Network for ultra-low transaction fees and near-instant speeds. Once in place, such pension systems could evolve to include microlending, collateralized loans, and yield staking, reducing the need to sell Bitcoin and further compounding its scarcity. This shift would benefit all parties involved. If a significant portion of Bitcoin retirees prioritize generating yield over selling their holdings, it could reduce selling pressure on the market. This in turn could stabilize or even drive sustained upward momentum in Bitcoin's price. Ultimately, Bitcoin has the potential to transform not just how we think about money, but also how we approach retirement. Instead of viewing retirement as a drain on accumulated wealth, Bitcoin's powered system could create new opportunities for retirees and their descendants, reshaping the concept of retirement itself. That was an interesting article, somewhat. Twice a week to adjust my spine, jeez. Causing my back pain all the time. Not wrestle or be a mechanic. That's insane, bro. Damn. Hopefully it gets better. That's actually insane. Really high when I visited Michigan the first time. It was so good. The White Castle's really that good? I don't think I have bruh. I don't think I have White Castle in Utah. Nope. You guys are making me want to eat White Castle. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle? Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie right there. It's not really much news as far as gaming. I guess this new Disney Dreamlight came out. I don't know what it is. Dreamlight Valley. I guess we could look it up. I don't know. Oh, is this just a game that got updated? Okay. I see. It just got updated. It's been around for a while, I think. What is this?
But you all can let me know if it's fine for me to use it now. Talk to Cheshire Cat. It was for the tree that had a...
She's flying on a book.
Isn't that better? Now you've got plenty of time.
There are a lot of people streaming this game. She had quite a bit of viewers. Yeah, quite a bit of people streaming it.
Only 4 days left before going back to work and you don't want to. And the longer you're away.
What in the world? I don't think it's a weird game. It's a weird game. I don't really know what's going on there. My fucking nose, dude. How's the overall market doing? It's actually up quite a bit. It's like it was up over 3%. Now I think it's like 2.5. And nah, no GameStop news. Besides all the stuff we already know, nothing new. It's interesting that the market's up so much though, and GameStop's not up. And considering all the Bitcoin companies that are up a lot, like GameStop's barely gone up compared to some of those companies. Granted, GameStop's gone up a lot in the past like few weeks compared to those companies. A lot of those companies have kind of just sat there. But still, like SMLR was up like 15% yesterday. And GameStop was up like 3. It's like, what? Huh? The market's kind of ignoring GameStop, I think, because they haven't announced the Bitcoin yet, I would assume. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Or, you know, it's already up, so I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but I think we're going to keep hitting higher prices, honestly. I don't know, but definitely seems that way. Cells just dropped the game yesterday with no news in the past about it. Elden Ring dropped a game without a release date. Said they're trying something new with sales. Just dropped the game yesterday with no news in the past about it. Huh. Interesting. Is that John Jones versus Tom Aspinall a real, like, is that official? I saw some news about that, but I couldn't see if it was like official or not. It is official? Nice. That'll be an interesting fight. Bro, they're giving a fucking... Oh, not official? Lame. They're giving fucking Figueroa a plus 320 against Corey Sandhagen. Like, that seems actually insane to me. That doesn't even seem like it should be real. Like, Figueroa's way better than that, isn't he? That doesn't seem real. Who's the last people he fought? He lost to Peter Yan. I don't know who that is. Yeah, Corey's good, but like, is he a +3, like a +320 good? Like, it's really not an even fight at all. Like, I'm gonna watch tape on this fight and find out, but I don't even think Sandhagen's good, but I don't even. When's the last time this dude even won a fight? Okay, he beat Marlon Vera. He's beat basically all the same people. For Figueroa hasn't fought Song Yadong, so it seems very similar. I mean, I'm gonna watch tape before I bet it, but it seems like a pretty ridiculous. And then they're giving Ilya Taporia a +200 against fucking Islam. I think that's interesting too. Like, you know, Islam is the best fighter, but I think Ilya's really, like, has potential to be the best fighter as well, if not better than Islam. I don't know. Islam's gonna destroy him? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. Ilya's fucking good. First round. I really doubt it. I think people give the Russians way too much credit. Who did he fight last time? He didn't even fight anyone good last time. He fought some bum. They don't have it on here. Who's the last fight? I guess I'll just type it in. Where the hell is Tapology these days? There it is. Some Tapology. Darce choke. Dustin Poirier. Chokes. This guy's insane. I still think Ilya could do it. That's the point of these bets. Is to place a bet nobody else thinks possible. Yeah, that's a close fight, bro. That's close. I don't care what you say. That is a close fight. I mean, I agree. I think Islam's the best too, but I think Ilya can win that. No one's close to Islam's ground game. Ilya's started out as like a wrestler, jiu-jitsu. I'm not really sure, but that was what he started it as. Then he moved on to striking. So you don't even really know how good Ilya's ground game is because you never see it. Nobody takes Ilya down because they can't. They get fucking punched in the mouth. I mean, who's the last wrestler he fought? I don't even know. Where's... Why doesn't it ever give me Tapology, bro? What's up, Kristen? Saw, dude. What am I looking up on this? I forgot. But yeah. I guess Ilya hasn't really fought any, like, elite wrestlers, I don't think. I don't really know many of these names. It'll be interesting, though. That's all I know. It'll be interesting. But the Figueroa one, that doesn't even seem real. Sup, Juan? How you doing, Juan? Waiting for the GME announcement that they actually bought Bitcoin? What, you still waiting, bro? They bought it. I don't think... If they didn't buy it, I would be very surprised. I'll be honest. But they're not going to announce it for another, like, 2 months. Because I assume they're going to do it on earnings. They're not just going to randomly come out and announce it. They'll do it on earnings when the most people are betting against it. Or for it. They wouldn't be. They can't be forced to announce it. I don't think. They could wait till the end of the year, I'm sure. If they really wanted, I don't know. I don't think they can be forced to announce it. I don't think Tesla fucking reports their crypto on their balance sheet. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they don't. And Tesla has $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. But I don't think it's on their balance sheet. I'm not entirely sure. I swear I've checked before and it wasn't on there. Damn, their income. Oh wait, this is a quarter. Oh no, they have digital assets, gains and losses right here. Okay, so yeah, they do have it on their balance sheet. So yeah, probably earnings. But I don't know if they'd have to do it like this year. They could, there's possibility they could wait till next year. Or till the end of the year. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they'll announce it on earnings, but I mean, I definitely see a world where they don't and they wait till the end of the year. Just because people like our friend Juan here, you know, that's what they're waiting on. So, in my opinion, it'd be better if they just didn't announce it. Because then people are going to forget about it. And then when it gets announced, it's going to be massive. So hopefully they can wait till the end of the year. That would be awesome. You GME people enjoy his strategy. It'll be alright. Maybe. I don't know. I like GameStop before the Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin's kind of I didn't like Bitcoin to begin with. So we'll see. The more I learn about it, the more interesting it is. Now you love it? Nah, I don't love it. I think it's interesting, but I would never buy it. It's just something new to research about. It's hard to find things that are interesting to research about for me. So it's fun to read and see the different perspectives and stuff. But me personally, I would never buy Bitcoin. Doesn't seem useful for me personally. I'd rather buy, like I said earlier, I'd rather buy these companies that are investing in it. I think the upside's way higher. Bitcoin up 50% the next year, then they announce it. I don't know. I don't have any. I'm not even worried about it. We'll see. I don't even care what happens to GameStop at this point. It's like a 5, 10, 20-year hold, so the day by day, month by I just don't even care. It's going to take so long for me to actually care. Like, this is going to take forever. Like 50%. Ugh. Ugh. 50%. I mean, that'll be cool if it happens, but I'm looking out like 10 years. I'm not too worried about next year. It's financial revolution. It's something. It's interesting. Like I said, I'd never buy it, but it's interesting. I guess if I was like really rich, maybe, maybe I would buy it. But I'm not really rich. So, GameStop's the only thing for me. You're rich in your heart. Fair enough. Fair enough. Amen. Amen. I like that. I liked that. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. When I saw your face in a hopeless place. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. You're beautiful. I'm swaying. I don't have a lighter. If I had a lighter. I do have my phone though. Is it charged all the way? Hell yeah. Where's the light? Oh, beautiful, it's true. Oh, man. Lighter charge. What is the best price for Gme? You say they won't announce for months. I guess I DCA and my friend. I mean, I couldn't tell you the price, bro. You were here. I don't remember when you got here, but you were here, a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you were here a few weeks ago when it was at $22 or 23 or whatever. So, like, obviously, obviously that was the best price, but who knows, Who knows? I wouldn't really care about the price too. Personally, I don't give a shit about the price. Like, I'm not really buying too much more up here, but I wouldn't be against it, personally. It's just, it's all preference to you. If you're okay with it going down from here, because I would never rule that out, then, put in what you're willing. But I can't tell you what the best price is, because I don't fucking know. I don't even care about the price. I literally don't even care about the price. It's a 10 fucking year hold. Like, if you don't think this is going to be worth more than it is right now in 10 years, then don't buy it. That's all I could say. Because that's kind of what it is for me. But if you don't think GameStop's going up, you probably don't think Bitcoin's going up, you know? Unless they're just playing and they're not actually going to buy the Bitcoin, but I think they bought the Bitcoin. I think it's a pretty safe bet that they bought it. And who knows, maybe they bought more than just 1.5 billion. What if they used some of their cash to buy Bitcoin? What if that was, somewhat kind of under the table part of the agreement, I invest 1.5 billion at 0% and you guys invest 1.5 billion in with me or something. I don't know. It's just a thought. I didn't really read through the bond or anything like that, so I don't know if that's in there. But it's just a thought. It's just a thought. They'll be the 5th largest company with Bitcoin. Yep. I hope you're still here streaming GME in 10 years. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. If GME can make the kind of money for its investors like Meta and Netflix, comparable, no. I mean, maybe like in a long time perspective. I don't like not anytime soon, definitely not. But 5 to 10 years, I mean, there's a possibility GameStop could start making, $1 billion a year. I guess it really depends what the Bitcoin does, because as far as the business and the cash goes, that's pretty, not necessarily capped, but it's going to be hard to make more than, 400 million or 500 million. And, maybe not. Maybe Ryan Cohen's way smarter than I think he is. Maybe he's really not little doofus and he turns GameStop into a, $500 million company again. And then they're making 300 million on the cash, and then they're making a fuckload on the Bitcoin. Like, who knows, man? There's so many possibilities with the GameStop. That's why it's so interesting. I don't really care, if it can compete with Meta and Netflix. As long as it keeps growing, that's really all that matters. Like, in reality, as long as they have no debt, like, all this money they're making just goes into the cash pile. So, like, it would, just GameStop's in a class of its own. I've looked at hundreds, maybe even thousands of balance sheets, and there is nothing like GameStop. There's good companies, don't get me wrong, but not many turnarounds like this. Not many. Blackest man in this White Castle. Like, why is he here? There's no chicken at White Castle. Are you serious? They have chicken rings? Like, is that a real thing? Chicken rings? They really are. It's a real thing. There's chicken rings. Oh, you can get chicken rings at Target. Bruh. I'm gonna get a bag of chicken rings. That sounds gas. They probably won't be as good as the store, but like, I think I'm gonna get a fucking bag of chicken wings, or chicken rings, not chicken wings, chicken rings. Not sold at they're not sold at my Target. Or wait, maybe it is. I don't know. It says no. Well, I'll be on the lookout for chicken rings. Sounds like you're saying chicken wing with it. Oh, you want chicken ring. You like chicken ring. Oh. You really like chicken ring? Is Mr. Beast jacked, bro? Oh, damn. Mr. Beast is getting jacked, bro. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Mr. Beast. Damn, Jimmy jacked as fuck, bro. Jimmy's been hitting the weights. Hitting the gains. My guy, Jimmy. Grocery store has some poor kid chicken rings. That's where my obsession with them started. We don't have Aldi out here, I don't think. Never heard of Aldi. I'm sure that they gotta have chicken rings at like Walmart or something, right? There ain't no way White Castle ain't selling to Walmart. We've talked a lot about food today. Were we talking about food earlier too? Oh wow. Roku's making security cameras. Interesting. Read about that, I think. One of the first things I checked. I want to eat some food now. It sounds good. It sounds delicious. I don't know what I want though. OpenAI says it would buy Chrome if Google's forced to sell. Toss the rest on your finger for later. You just have a fucking chain of chicken rings. It's like the necklace candies, but chicken rings. Chain gang. Chain gang for life. Roku unveils 2 new battery-powered security cameras. Roku is wading deeper into the smart home space with 2 new security cameras, which can run on batteries. As such, you'll be able to place the Roku battery camera and Roku battery camera plus pretty much anywhere. The former is said to run up to 6 months on a single charge, while the Roku battery camera plus might operate for a couple of years before you need to juice it up. There's an optimal solar panel attachment, so we might never have to manually recharge the batteries. These cameras are designed for simplicity. A step-by-step guide on your phone walks you through how to set them up. They provide 1080p full-color visuals, and there's a color night vision mode. Other features include motion detection and notifications. You can create schedules for the cameras too. Of course, you can monitor what the cameras see via the Roku Smart Home app or the web, as well as Roku TVs and streaming devices. Through the Roku Cameras app on your TV, you can view a carousel of camera feeds that cycle either periodically or based on motion events. There's a picture-in-picture option in case you want to watch TV and keep an eye on what's happening in and around your home too. That's actually really smart for Roku to get into this game. Roku hasn't announced the pricing of the cameras yet. They'll be available in the coming months and will join the likes of indoor security camera in Roku's lineup. Or wait, they've already had security cameras? The company also unveiled its latest streaming sticks and announced new TVs and features updates at an event on Wednesday. I didn't know Roku already had cameras. The news is all about Disney Dreamlight right now. So many Disney Dreamlight articles. I have some Roku, I think. Security cameras. I just didn't even know they made them. New to me. Oh, stock. I thought you were talking about the cameras. Some Roku. I think they're actually like kind of decent if I remember right. It's just down a lot. I haven't looked at this shit in a while. 63. Oh yeah, that's like breaking out too, somewhat. That looks somewhat interesting. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders open Thursday, starting at $450, plus everything else you need to know. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are nearly open in North America. After a delay earlier this month due to tariff news, Nintendo announced that Switch 2 pre-orders will be open tomorrow, April 24th, in both the US and Canada. The original Switch 2 price will remain the same, $450, as will the original $500 price for the Nintendo Switch 2 plus Mario Kart World Bundle. However, Nintendo did adjust prices on many Switch 2 accessories due to market conditions. Other adjustments to the price of any Nintendo products are also possible in the future depending on market conditions. Company said in its official press release, also in its statement, the company apologized for the pre-order delay and reiterated that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be widely available starting June 5th. In addition to direct from Nintendo, you'll be able to snag a Switch 2 from participating retailers when the console becomes available. Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, and Target have confirmed they'll be opening pre-orders on April 24th. GameStop has said it will be accepting pre-orders both in stores and online, the latter starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time that day. Best Buy, Walmart, and Target pre-orders will open at midnight. We also expect it to be available from Amazon. Damn, so I gotta like really decide if I want one or not. I mean, I just don't even think I would play it. I think I would play it for like a day or two and then just never play it again. It could be good for the flip, but I just don't know if I wanted. I just don't know. There's some fine print attached to pre-ordering directly from Nintendo. According to the pre-order page on Nintendo's site, you must be 18 years or older, sign in with your Nintendo account, and register your interest in pre-ordering. Then you'll be sent an invitation email, and it's time to play your pre-order, and the invitation will be valid for 72 hours. Then there's this bit of info. Invitation emails will be prioritized on a first-come, first-served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership, with a minimum of 12 months of paid membership and a minimum of 50 total gameplay hours as of April 2nd, 2025. That's actually a good idea. That seems to mean those who have paid for Switch Online in the recent past and those who have spent a good amount of time playing Switch games as of late will get first pick at buying a Switch 2. Switch 2 has a number of accessories you'll be able to purchase separately. While the console didn't get a price adjustment when Nintendo announced the new pre-order date, many of these accessories did. The new Switch 2 camera will now cost $55 instead of $50. A Switch 2 Pro controller will be $85 instead of $80. Extra pair of Joy-Cons will be set back $95 instead of $90, and Joy-Con charging grip will be $40 instead of $35. Check out Nintendo's official statement for all accessory price adjustments, blah, blah, blah. More Switch 2 details. We knew from the teaser trailer for the Switch 2 that Nintendo's new hardware would be bigger and would have a new approach to the detachable Joy-Cons. The new Joy-Con 2 have a new C button, mouse controls, and built-in gyroscope for tilt control. Console has a built-in mic to support a new feature called Game Chat that will let you communicate with friends in game. The device is indeed a bit larger, with a 7.9-inch LCD screen that supports a 120Hz refresh rate, HDR, and a 1080p resolution. When docked, you'll be able to play it up to 4K on your TV, and Nintendo says it's improved the console's internal speakers as well. The new dock also has a built-in fan to keep the console cool and help maintain performance during long play sessions. Switch 2 has a dual USB-C ports for charging, and base storage amount has increased to 256 gigabytes. Switch 2's storage can be expanded like the previous model, but will only work with newer microSD express cards. Okay. That's about that. Line for Pokemon Center. I don't know what's dropping though. Wait, Pokemon Center didn't work on here last time. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, it's you and me. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Switch party at my house? I don't think I'm getting a Switch. There should be a Switch party at your house. You still haven't even had a housewarming party yet. Like sour spaghetti. Shower sketties? Shower sketty sound delicious. Google will keep third-party tracking cookies on Chrome as they are. Google will not make any changes to how third-party cookies work on the Chrome browser at all. Anthony Chavez, Google VP for Privacy Sandbox, has announced that the company has made the decision to maintain its current approach to offering users third-party cookie choice in Chrome. It will also not be rolling out a new standalone prompt for third-party cookies that have allowed users to opt out of being tracked by advertisers. Google has made the announced a few days after a federal judge ruled that it is an illegal monopoly on online advertising. The company originally announced that it was going to phase out third-party tracking cookies in 2022 as part of its Privacy Sandbox initiative, which aims to make the web a more secure and private to use. But due to a series of delays and regulatory hurdles, the UK's Competition and Market Authorities and the US Department of Justice both looked into Google's initiative out of concerns that it could harm smaller advertisers. The planned depreciation got delayed to 2024 and then again to 2025. Last year, Google ultimately decided that it wasn't going to kill third-party cookies and will instead introduce a new experience in Chrome that lets people make an informed choice that applies across their web browsing. That new experience isn't coming in the new announcement, Chavez said. A lot has changed since the Privacy Sandbox initiative debuted, and Google has taken new developments in privacy-enhancing technologies that secure people's browsing in consideration when it made its decision. Despite killing all its plans to remove third-party cookies from Chrome, Google will keep the Privacy Sandbox initiative alive. Chavez said it will continue enhancing tracking protections in Chrome incognito mode, such as launching IP protection later this year, and will continue working on features like safe browsing, safety check, and built-in password protection. Got a handyman working on things. Nice. The handyman. You're just gonna have a brand new house by the time everything's done. What is the handyman doing? I thought you were just getting like paint and carpet or something like that. No. Never mind on that one. Man, the news is lacking. The news be lacking. Nothing there. It's crazy that you're back at 5,500 on the S&P. That was a big level. And you rejected it again. Ideally, you claim it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. IBM earnings after hours. ServiceNow. Chipotle. O'Reilly's. oh. United Rental. No, you had Boeing earnings in the morning? I didn't know that. Boeing? Another 0% day. It's close. Wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of surprising that it's down today, considering where the market and Bitcoin are at. It's a little weird. It's almost like should be buying more or something, but I don't know. I mean, I did buy more today. I bought my 50 shares back basically, but still just gonna wait for a little bit, I guess. We got a lot. It's a solid breakout yesterday. Really. Broke out of, a week-long trend of rejecting 27. So it would not be surprising at all if it keeps going up after that breakout. But for how long, who knows? Seems, I don't know if that means anything. I think GameStop just is in a class of its own. There's not really many things like it. You got to think about it like this, like people have been waiting for these tech stocks to go up like this for a while, so anyone who's made a lot of money on GameStop are going to sell out of GameStop and go buy those tech stocks because, in a lot of people's eyes, those tech stocks are more valuable and have more upside just because of, the names of the companies. And a lot of people don't think ahead, I guess. They don't see the vision. So that's part of it as well. GameStop's up 30%, I believe, and the S&P is only up like 10 off of the lows. 10, maybe 12. So big difference. And yeah, so people would definitely would take profits off of GameStop to go to different assets that have lost a lot of value. Whoa, proc. Interesting. Some more people exiting. That was yesterday, though. Jump to 30.69 again. Gonna scalp. You can't sell off those little 1 minute, 1 second things. If that's what you're talking about. I've tried it. I've tried buying off of them and selling off of them. We literally tried it live with me and 6ix9ine and Hugh. We tried to snipe that little thing and didn't work. Had to bring up 6ix9ine. Well, he was there. How could I not bring him up? He was literally there. Thought about him a lot yesterday, really. You're freaking attached to the stream. You're too attached. I guess it's a girl. I don't know. Is it a girl thing? I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty attached to the stream. I guess I just don't I don't know. I guess for me, I've been doing this a while, so I've seen people come and go many times. But maybe it's a girl thing. Because, yeah. I don't know. Caitlin was pretty attached to the stream for a while, and me, until I told her to leave, but... So maybe it is a girl thing, I don't know. Could be right at this point. Snitchine could have been some kid maxing his parents' credit card. I hope so. I hope that's the case. I hope nothing happened. That'd be wild. I mean, if that's the case, I hope he comes back. kid max out his parents' credit card? I don't know. It's probably more common than you think, but I really don't know. Natural for women to care more. Shit, that seems like you shouldn't. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Probably. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't care about 6ix9ine. He's a pretty, you know, was a pretty active figure in the chat, and you're here every day. So like, I get it. For sure. But I guess it's interesting that because it doesn't like, from my perspective, it doesn't seem like you would be like attached to the chat, but so it's interesting that you're like truly attached to people in the chat, because I don't know, it just doesn't even seem like you would have that type of I don't know if relationship's the right word, but just, I guess relationship's the only word I can think of with like just a name in the chat, when you like don't even really like talk that much either. Like, I don't remember really many times where you and 6ix9ine were having like deep conversations or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time, you know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. I feel overly attached, so that is funny. I guess I just don't, I wouldn't expect that, I guess. I wouldn't expect someone to be so attached to the stream. Just trying to say it because you ain't around enough. I mean, well, she is always busy, so. But that's not really what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, I'd love to have her around more, but people are busy, you know? I'd love to have all of you guys around more, but you got your own lives and all that stuff. Can't just be watching stream all day. Try not to talk because I don't want to take away from the point of the chat. I talk too much sometimes. I'm hyper aware of it. I mean, most of the time, nobody's even talking in the chat, though. Like, nobody really talks about much. So it's nice when people are talking in the chat. Sure, we're supposed to be talking about GameStop or whatever, but GameStop is boring as hell. Like, how can you... all these other YouTubers who sit and make videos every day about GameStop, like, I would literally die. Like, I can't sit and talk about fucking GameStop every day of my... I mean, I do anyway, but like GameStop on this stream is like 1% of this stream. You know, it's mostly like a lot of other things. Like GameStop's maybe like, I don't know, 5%, 10%. It's a very small piece of this stream. It's just the title of it, really. Would be the same. They always busy. I mean, it's just Kristen. She's always busy. She's a grinder. Straight grinder. I'm the last man standing, baby. Uso! Are you Jay Uso, bro? Uso! Just Kristen? Yeah, just you. I'm not that busy. I'm pretty boring. I don't really do a lot. What is this? Chill with Pops all day. Bro, if I had a kid, this is literally what I would do. They would be sitting right here, and we'd just be chilling on the computer, just looking at stock stuff. I'd be like, "Whoa, dude, look at this!" I would literally make a super genius, bro. I would literally make a super genius. I'd be showing them stocks all day. I'd be showing them how to do the insider buying. Man, that'd be a smart little kid. A dangerous little kid. Won't hold back anymore, but you pick on me. So I was like, what the hell? It's because you're a weirdo. Of course I'm gonna pick on you. You're a fucking weirdo. Here we go with the super genius again. I mean, it's facts. How many people like sit there with their kids and like teach them things like all the time? Like most people, like I don't really know. It's just what I see. I'm sure, there's a lot of good parents out there, but I just see a lot of like giving them the iPad and that's about it. Throwing on the TV and that's about it. So, I think if you like really tried, you could create a super genius. And maybe not like a, 150, 60 IQ like prodigy, but someone who's just actually smart and pretty self-aware and understands the world better than the majority, which in my mind is pretty genius. Maybe even better than being in like an actual genius. Not no Albert fucking Hawking. Albert Hawking. Did you guys see? I think we read about it recently, but there was like some little girl, like third grade or something, who has 160 IQ or some crazy shit. Or maybe she is 13. I don't know. Something nuts though. I think we read about it on stream. I'm not talking about that. That's different. I'd raise the next SPF. I think you figured out why you don't have a girlfriend/wife. Why? What's your perspective here? Mormons. Very fair. I mean, I should have like 10 wives, if that was the fact. I should have at least like 5. At least, minimum. I'm just kidding. I don't even think I could handle 1, let alone 5. Good lord. Could you imagine that shit? That'd be crazy. My ears would hurt. I thought I'd only talk about Mormons. I mean, Mormons are, they're interesting. I actually used to date a Mormon. It's probably why it didn't work out. Because they're insane. How are Mormons always rich? Probably because they don't do drugs and stuff. Probably pretty easy to get rich when you're not doing drugs and like, have all these like vices and stuff that you have to spend money on. But not all Mormons are rich. Trust me. There's, yeah. It's yeah. Believe me, where I live, there's a lot of rich people, but there's way more poor people. They just live somewhat decently because it's like a nice area, but they're definitely struggling. Don't get me wrong. The wage out here is pretty trash compared to the cost of living. It's it's a lot. The cost of living is a lot here, and the wage, yeah, it's not good. It's pretty bad. For every guy that has 7 wives, there's 6 guys with no wives. Fair. Tell us more? I don't know if I want to tell you more. I don't know if there's much to tell. My best friend's family are Mormons. He constantly complains how cheap they are. Yeah, right. Is this real? I never really paid attention. That's interesting. The Mormons are just Jews in disguise. Just kidding. Jews in disguise. How the women okay with more than one wife? I mean, if you're like a true like polygamous Mormon, it's not just Mormons, you know, you got to be like in that like specific group. I forget what it's called. There's different ones, but they're called like polygamists. But yeah, they don't actually have like a say, really. Like they don't really have rights in that culture, I guess. You're kind of just grown up in that culture, and that's, you know, next thing you know, you're married to some dude who's probably your cousin, and 5 of your like one of your sisters and 3 of your cousins. Like that's like how that kind of that, like if you want to be realistic, like the people who actually have that side of the Mormon religion are, you know, they're in their own world. They're like property there. In some ways, yeah. I guess that would be the best way to put it. Like, you know, they can still do stuff. Like, it's not like they're like, you know, they're still people, but just baby factories. I mean, like I don't know that much about it, but I know enough. I know enough. I know enough to know that I don't want to learn more about it. Trying to get my Mormon friend in the chat. Oh man. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. What is this? Some guy just randomly hanging off a crane for a stunt type thing. Rich live in compounds that have like 50 to 100 wives. Well, you heard wrong. They're just normal people, really. Just normal people. Most of them don't even follow the rules. So, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. I want to know about the sheet with the hole. I don't even know what you... I want you to know that I'm here all day. Cap, you're always in meetings and stuff. And about GME and my son. I care about you too. I mean, you shouldn't care about GameStop. That's for sure. You definitely shouldn't care about GameStop. Maybe, you know, potentially maybe you should buy it, but you shouldn't care about it. Caring about it's a disease. It's a sick disease. My mom is here and she has a serious parasocial relationship with Cordell. Facts. Facts. That's big facts right there. Kristen might have the biggest parasocial relationship in here. Working heavy in the background. What, you really don't know what a parasocial relationship is? I think here, I'll send you I could look up the definition, but I think it would be better. Oh, there's a Voidzilla video. Oh wait, I watched that. I think it would be better if you watched it from like the perspective of someone else. So I'd recommend watching this video. I'm not going to play it. It's a 26-minute long video. But if you want a perspective on a parasocial relationship from someone who actually, you know, streams with thousands of people, I think definitely check that out. That's going to give you the best idea. Or the... Carl? What's up, Carl? You shouldn't eat people, Carl. Tell us what it's like to be Mormon. Do not recommend. Why? What's wrong with... I grew up around Mormons, so I don't know. I don't know why it would be that bad. Tell us about the hole. Carl. There's two types of Mormons, the normal people and the crazy ones. I think I've met a couple crazy ones. If you end up with the crazy ones, it's not fun. Let me ask you something, Carl, because I thought about something funny a while ago, because I learned a little bit about your religion, and I learned that when a girl turns 18, they're supposed, if they're not like married or something, they have to go to the singles ward. So I have a theory that this girl I used to be with, when she turned 18 and had to start going to the singles ward, that's when she started like searching for other dudes and shit. I don't know if it's real. But I just had a weird theory about that, and it makes a lot of sense. But they should call it the breeding ward. Wow. Oh my god, I was right. Holy shit, I was right, bro. Holy shit, that's crazy. I didn't think that theory was actually right, but that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense, bro. Alright. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I mean, that doesn't make me feel any better, but it just... It's good to know that my theory was correct. It's good to know, 10 years later, or however long it's been. I don't know why I still care, but I guess I'm weird. I guess I get really attached too, or something like that. How many wives you got? This pair thing is BS. I don't think I have a connection. It's there naturally, so Corey's aware of my existence. The pair thing in the middle of Mormon talk. I mean, I agree with you, but we also aren't we've never even hung out or anything. I don't even know you, I know you, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it is in some way parasocial, because I don't know. I understand what you're saying. Prismatic? Oh, I'm in line. Give me the prismatic. I'm not. They don't explicitly call it that, but there's also a lot of pressure on getting married and making new Mormons, etc. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought when I read that, because I didn't know. Someone told me about it, and then I researched it. I think I was talking about someone at the skate park or something a while ago, and they were talking about the singles ward, and I was like, what the hell is that? So I actually looked into it, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense, because, bro, this chick literally got with a 30-year-old dude when we were 20. So bro, it all makes sense now. It's very clear now. I get it. It was never about having a connection. It was all about the marriage and fucking having children. I get it now. It all makes sense. I think Kaylin is the para person. I mean, me and Kaylin had a lot of I don't know how to say it. Me and her just got along and was able to talk about literally anything. So in some ways it's also my fault for that part, but I think it's just easy, I guess, to get attached to people. I don't know. It's hard for me, so I don't understand. But I guess it's easier than I think. I haven't gotten on Pokemon Center yet. It won't let me in. I wish. I want some prismatic, bro. Let me get some prismatic. I can agree on some of it. It's also been 5 years, not a week. That's fair. Well, she was around for a while, a few months. But, yeah. At the end of the day, even though we all are here every day and we're all friends, we still don't, none of us know each other, except maybe Carl and Isaiah. They know each other, I think, but... So in a lot of ways, all of us have a parasocial relationship with each other. Even me with some of you guys. I consider a lot of you guys my friends. We hang out every fucking day. You were a big soaker, you dirty dog. You dirty dog. You dirty little soaker. Oh man, that could be a new slur towards Mormons. You dirty little soaker. You soaking son of a bitch. Call it the super soaker. Do they kill infertils? Wait, what? Kill infertils? No way. They're popping out every baby they can get. They're like the Mexicans, bro. They bloop bloop bloop. It's just babies on babies, bro. There's babies on babies. Baby on baby. This is baby on baby. I'm going baby on baby. The Tism kids. They toss him the trash. Jesus Christ. I stayed distant on purpose. Well, it's rude, alright? It's rude. It's rude. A friend. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? That app might actually work. Hugh G and the Cordell, the only white friends I got. So I barely know her. Was the only black guy I've ever met. Jeez, whatever. Ugh, last hour here of the market. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? S&P was up like 3.5% earlier on. Now you're only up 1.5. So lost a lot of gains. Rejected that 5,500 again, which isn't the best, but at least we're up there. Ideally, we keep trading at those prices, you know, 54 to 5,500. But wouldn't be surprised if it just sold off as well. Would not be surprised. And there's no news, so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do for the next hour, but I got one article. I gotta go to the bathroom first, though. So, I'll be right back. And then we'll read this, and then I don't know what we're doing after that. When they see him. Carl probably left. He's like, what the hell is this chat? He's sitting there texting Isaiah. You hang out there? You hang out in that stream? That shit's garbage. Isaiah's like, yeah, I know. It's garbage, but that Corey guy's an idiot. So I like to watch him. Oh, shit. All right. Jack Mallers named CEO of new Bitcoin powerhouse 21 Capital plans to launch with 42,000 Bitcoin. Jack Mallers, co-founder and CEO of Strike, has been named co-founder and CEO of 21 Capital Inc., a new Bitcoin native firm preparing to go public via a SPAC merger with Cantor Equity Partners. The company plans to trade under the ticker XXI and will launch with an initial treasury of more than 42,000 Bitcoin, making it the third largest corporate Bitcoin holder in the world. Wow. XXI, huh? Oh, wait, we read about this. I wonder if you could buy it before it SPACs up. I wonder, let's see. XXI. Oh, that's not the same one. What is the SPAC, though? What is it? With Cantor Equity Partner. Cantor CEP. I don't think this is on the US exchange. Yeah, that thing. Even if it is, it's already up a lot. He fits right in. Especially his name. Makes Carl make a funny ass voice. Carl! Carl, you can't eat people, Carl. You never seen that? Those little llamas. You can't eat people, Carl. Backed by Tether and SoftBank, 21 enters the market with a clear mission to maximize Bitcoin ownership per share and offer investors direct exposure to Bitcoin via a public company structure. Last night, the Financial Times reported the consortium is creating a multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin acquisition vehicle that will absorb billions in cryptocurrency from the other partners and use the funds in an attempt to replicate the success of MicroStrategy. Markets need reliable money to measure value and allocate capital efficiently, said Jack Mallers. We believe that Bitcoin is the answer, and 21 is how we bring that answer to the public markets. Our mission is simple: to become the most successful company in Bitcoin, the most valuable financial opportunity of our time. We're not here to beat the market. We're here to build a new one, a public stock built by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners. 21 will debut with 585 million in capital raised through PIPE financing and convertible notes, with funds earmarked for additional Bitcoin purchases and general operations. Tether, a co-founder of the venture, has committed to acquiring Bitcoin equivalent to the full PIPE raise ahead of closing. Bitcoin is one of the only true decentralized, immutable, and censorship-resistant assets, and its role as the foundation of a new financial system is inevitable, said Paolo Ardoino, CEO of Tether. With Jack at the helm, we're proud to support this effort to further Bitcoin's adoption and reinforce its role as the ultimate store of value. At Tether, we have always believed in supporting initiatives that strengthen Bitcoin's dominance and real-world utility. 21 will take a Bitcoin's first approach that aligns with our vision, prioritizing accumulation over speculation, and building long-term value for those who understand what Bitcoin represents. With its dual focus on financial products and Bitcoin-centered media, 21 aims to evolve the MicroStrategy, now rebranded to Strategy model, in a broader platform for Bitcoin-native innovation, offering a new capital market instrument, lending models, and pro-Bitcoin content for public shareholders. Okay. Exciting stuff. I guess. Not really, but... You know, it's weird. SMLR's up 4% today, I guess. And GameStop's down. Bitcoin's at $94,000. Kind of odd. Kind of odd. Oh, 93,500. I love this guy. Carl is interesting. What does what does Carl do for a living? What does Carl even do? Are you married, Carl? Carl! Carl, are you married, Carl? Nothing. Cap, you do something. There's something that you're doing. He puts his tism to use. I don't know what's going on. I think Carl does something. I think Carl's like a... I don't know what he would do. Something, though. I think Carl's, what would Carl do? I don't know what Carl would do. I think Carl is I don't know. Can't think of anything. I think Carl's a farmer. And he has a llama farm. And his llama's named Carl. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just making things. I mean, I didn't really make that up. That's just the YouTube video, basically. Carl strikes me as a gamer. I think Carl plays RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I think he's into that game right now. Although a big farm covered in pyramids for no reason. What are you talking about? Minecraft? Sounds like Minecraft. Maybe have a sesh. What? Carl said we get no wives. No, he has no wives. Real farm and real pyramids? What? I'm so confused. This must be what happens when you Provo soak too much. Why do you keep asking him about... You act like Carl's never seen a black person in his life or something. Like, Carl, have you ever seen a black guy before? Carl! Carl, what do you think about black people? Have you ever seen one in the wild? I saw one spawn in one time, but he wasn't black. I think it's a legit question. I don't think so. I don't think that's a legit question. Oh, man. That's like asking if there's white people in the NBA. I'm Hispanic. That's my best friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. He's been answering it like they don't like him for real. That's fucked up. Oh, that's fucked up. That's funny, though. It's like, I don't know how I feel about black people. I don't know how I feel about a black person. Playing video games too, so gonna be slower to reply. Bro, I was right. I said he was a gamer. I just couldn't think of what game. I don't know what game I said. I forgot. I think he's a Fortnite player, honestly. Carl strikes me as a Fortnite player. I don't know why. It's just a really good guess, I think. I think it's Fortnite. He is saying anything but that he likes because he doesn't want to answer you. Gosh. Carl's your average GME shopper. Rocket League. Loading up too. I'm curious if you can guess it. It's not Fortnite. Dark Tide? I've never even heard of that game, so I would have never guessed that. Dark Tide? 2012? You're not playing that. Warhammer. The real question is Carl a GameStop shareholder? I mean, I assume he is. I don't feel like he would stick around if he wasn't. But is Carl O. Olaf a shareholder of GameStop? Now we're asking the real questions. These are the real questions we need to get down to. An observer? Boo! Boo! I'm just kidding. Boo this man! Boo this man! Oh shit. Boo this man. Elvis, what's up, Elvis? How you doing, Mr. Elvis? You shop at GME at least. I blame Corey for allowing him in here. You invited him. So you can't blame me. Can't blame me for your mistakes. I'm just kidding. Well, now Carl's one of us now. One of us. 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 Elvis in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it virtual? What? Your slogan for what? What's that? What? What? Kristen, you are so random. I love it. But you're so fucking random, dude. What the fuck? Oh, shit. It's 36 now is the sell signal on GME last evening. I have noticed that every time that big pop has happened, and it's like a full, like, candle thing, because most of the time it's a tail. Like, I can show you kind of what I mean. I just gotta open this thing and delete all these tabs. Approve all these curse words. You're not supposed to be approving the curse words. I don't even see those chats. I think we established that last time. That I don't even see the swear word ones. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I mean, well, you did have this one here. Sold off a little bit, but not really. Never mind. But the only reason I said that, or maybe it was on the hourly, I don't know. There's just been a couple times, like back here. But, yeah. I don't even know. I'm not even worried about it. I thought they had tails, but I guess not. Maybe it was on the 4 hour, but I just don't remember. I should have checked that before I closed it, but I didn't. But I didn't. So I'm gonna say down 2669 to mean a Green Day is coming. I don't think so. I don't know what that's all about, really. But who cares about 30, 20? Boring. Let me know when it's at like $50, you know? Wake me up when it's at like $50 here in like a while, like a year or so. Then maybe I'll be a little bit interested. Just a wee bit. Hey, look, your guys' best friend Ken Griffin was live or something. Your guys' buddy. Semaphore World Economy Summit 2025, April 23rd. Your best buddy Ken Griffin. 33 minutes? Good lord. That was 4 months ago. The hell? Said it was or today. That makes no sense. What Matt Manas just said. And like I said, I don't get to see it unless I refresh. It made you approve that just for idiot? That's pretty dumb. Idiot's not even a bad word. Don't wanna be in America, idiot. Discord names new CEO ahead of potential IPO as co-founder steps down. Do they even have a date for the IPO yet? Don't look like it. Don't look like it. That reminds me, though, that this thing has like an IPO calendar. Welcome to a new nation. Or, wait, I forget what it is. All across the alien nation, where everything isn't meant to be okay. So maybe I'm the of America. Now everybody do the propaganda. Yeah, there's not much going on here. No news, no nothing. There hasn't been much insider buying the past couple weeks either. Like, I thought this would be filled by now. But you really haven't had much. Nothing there. That still hasn't updated. Bitcoin's down at 93. And there's no news. So I don't know. We got 30 more minutes left here. 30 more minutes. And there's really no earnings after hours. Like there's IBM, I think. But I'm not going to watch that. Where's Kev? Kev does his own thing. Kev does his own thing. He did say he wouldn't be around as much as the weather gets warmer. And I don't know if he listens why he's at work or anything like that. Any news on Trump? Did he get J Pow to cut? No. Nope. It's not how the Fed works. Trump has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is its own independent thing. It's all headlines. And the tariffs, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the tariffs. I don't really care about that. He did say something about tariffs. I just don't know where the news article is. And that's why the market was up earlier. But, yeah, I don't know. We're all lucky for that. I don't know. Everyone comes in here acting like I got a fucking like Jimmy Neutron head or some shit. You guys think I'm fucking Jimmy Neutron over here? Got a blast! You have a great head? That's what she said. Got him! Got him! Got him! Trump is tanking the economy. I heard with tariffs to get J Powell to cut rates, save a lot of money. Yeah, I don't think that's reality. I saw that dumb TikTok talking about that, but I don't think that's real. And obviously, when you look at economics, it's not real because rates are only going up. They're not going down. And Trump and Powell cut the rates according to inflation, not what Trump says. And inflation's going down, so they will cut rates, but it has nothing to do with Trump. Never has, never will. Like I said, the Fed is its own thing. And they specifically say that in every speech. They don't their decisions aren't based on a political figure's opinion or what they're doing. Their decisions are based on data and that's it. I was thinking about Walton Goggins. You can always lie and take credit for it, though. I mean, that's kind of the point, though, because the Fed doesn't say shit. The Fed just does their job. Trump's the one who just talks. So, you know, anything he says, it's gonna get the headline. And I'm sure when they do cut rates, it's gonna be like, I made the Federal Reserve cut rates. Look at me, I'm Donald Trump. But anyone who knows anything about economics would know that that's not a reality. Or, I mean, not even just economics, just the Federal Reserve. I'm responsible for inflation going down and you can't prove otherwise. I mean, I definitely can. I definitely can. You, your contribution to I don't know how big the U.S. is, but your small contribution does not even count as a 0.00001%. You think I look like this guy, Walton Goggins? I don't even know who the hell this is. You think this is me? This right here? This is me? Oh wait, I gotta. There you go. Gotta get that Jimmy Neutron hair going. Just my hair won't fucking. Why does everyone say you look like someone? I have no clue actually. It does seem like every couple of weeks someone comes in here and says I look like someone different. Said he has the forehead that inspired my forehead talk. Oh, I see. I see. Rumpelstiltskin? I definitely spelt that wrong. This guy? You think I look like this guy? It's odd. I ain't that Jewish. I'm just saying he has a big nose, but Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, it's this article right here. Tesla stock pops after Trump comments on China tariffs and Powell despite weak earnings. Don't care about Tesla. President Trump, ahead of Tesla earnings call, signaled that duties on China will not be as high as 145% and said he has no intention of firing Chair Powell. Okay. So yeah, that's all that was said. I guess. There's no dedicated article to that, but it's probably like in a YouTube live thing or something. The snack wrap, bro. I want a snack wrap. That sounds gas. McCrispy strips. April 29th. Yippee. Vanessa Leahy? Leachy? Who the fuck knows? Leachy? This chick? You ain't black. You ain't black. You white as hell. I mean, I don't know. I can't agree or disagree. I can't agree or disagree. The Ice Bucket Challenge is back after 11 years? What the hell? I don't know. She's black. I don't know either. Some of the pictures, she's like light. Some of them dark. It's kind of weird. Maybe there's two Vanessa Leachies or something. I don't know. But I just don't know. I just don't know. I look identical to Sean O'Malley, nose and everything. Really? Sean O'Malley? Sugar Shane? You got the rainbow hair too? The cotton candy hair? The Sugar Shane? Yeah, there's like no news. So, yeah. I guess we're just gonna sit here until the market closes. Guess we're just gonna sit here. Alright, let's go to trading economics. Economics. Boom. Gonna get a Switch? Nah, probably not. I don't think so. I'd like to get one, but I know I would get it and play it for literally like 2 days and never play it again. So it's just not even worth getting unless I try to like flip it. But I also don't really care about flipping it. I can just buy more GameStop. Look like Canal Joseph, a few shades lighter though. He's a 90% cocoa type. Canel's funny, bro. I remember when that dude blew up off of that DoorDash video. That shit was so funny. That's where it all, I mean, he was already like decently big before that, but that was the first like video I saw get like millions of views. And then my boy blew up. And then he blew up. He on the way up. What do you think? It's a down day on GameStop today. Shouldn't we get some sort of news or something? Usually on down days, there's some sort of news. I was trying to get it out the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month, yeah. I was trying to get it on my own. Working all night, steady banging on the phone. And my uncle calling me, where you at? Said, I'ma take the keys, but I'll take it right back. I don't know the full song. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started at the bottom, now my whole team here, yeah. Freaking Reddit, bro. There was a post in here that was pretty funny, though. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. It was a little bit older. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know if I want to sit and scroll to find it. You know something we haven't checked in a minute, though? The bombs. This one was pretty funny. But it was, oh, I know we're close. I know we're close. Unless they deleted it. Then we're not close. Ah, there it was. There it is. I'm gonna leave that up for a minute while I go to the bathroom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Is that Elvis? No way. That picture could be me. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. I mean, who knows? It could go back to 20. I would never say never. Anything's possible these days, but it definitely seems very unlikely in my opinion, but who knows? Who really knows? My uncle calling me like, where you at? I said you could take the keys, but you bring it right back. 10 more minutes. I'll go through news one more time, see if there's anything, but I don't think there's literally anything. The news has been so dead lately. Well, as far as things like I'm interested in reading about. States sue Trump and bid to block new tariffs. Breaking news. A dozen states sued President Trump and his administration on Wednesday, seeking a court order declaring that his new tariffs are illegal. President does not have the power to raise taxes on a whim, but that's exactly what President Trump has been doing with the tariffs. So we'll see if we get more on that. You got some earnings after hours. FOMO and then dipped. I don't know. If you're 10, bro, and using your parents' credit card, just hang out again. I don't know what's. I don't know. Who knows what happened, bro? Who really knows what happened? I have a feeling one day he'll come back in. But I don't know when. Yeah, there's no news, bro. Absolutely no news. Ridiculous. I like the idea of it being a kid. I think it comes back in a couple days. I hope so. I hope so. The stream moves on, though. He'll be back when they announce the Bitcoin buy. Oh man, I'll be dancing to the Pink Pony Club in his memory. He'll be back when they announce the Bitcoin buy. Maybe he got arrested for trash talking Ken Griffin. Well, I don't know. He did say he rode bikes all the time, so I just hope something bad didn't happen like that. Hopefully he just decided he doesn't want to watch the stream anymore, and that's it. That's really the hope. I think he got locked up. Probably not. I really doubt it. Something had to have happened. He loved it here. I swear he did say at some point that he was gonna be like not in stream as much because his wife or something. I can't remember if that was like an actual thing. I could have swore he said something along those lines, but I don't think so. Saw him in Jackie's stream dropping 500 donos. Damn. That's an L. That's an L. I don't think 6ix9ine would watch Jackie, I'll be honest. I really don't see that happening. Must have joined the Discord. Discord. Speaking of that, who is our channels watching now? Wait, what? I don't know what you're asking. Our channels? I don't know what you're even talking about. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. Just to check to see your viewers were watching. Oh yeah. It's all the same people. I don't think it ever changes. I forget where it is. I think it's here, audience, maybe. Yeah, it's all just the same. All the same people. It's a lot more stock. There's no more Sur on stuff though. It's all stock market now. Or GameStop, whatever. Maybe there's I think KGB's a Sur on writer. I don't know though. I don't have no competition. Those guys aren't competition. It's funny, over the weekend I actually watched a couple like I just every now and then I'll check and see what those people are like talking about, what they post about. And it's funny, I watched a Morantz one. He was like talking all this shit about how he like lives GameStop and how he like supports other creators in the GameStop community and stuff like that. And I was just laughing. I'm like, bro, that guy literally talks out of his fucking ass so much. Like, this dude has like 20 grand in GameStop and like doesn't add to the position. All he does is talk about GameStop, and I don't know, it's weird. It's weird saying like you live GameStop when you don't, when you literally don't. and also saying you like support other creators when you literally don't. So I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I thought it was weird from my perspective. It seemed very weird. Those streams are for AI. I think there's like legitimate viewers there, but I would imagine at least 90% aren't real. Who knows though? Maybe these people really are building like those legitimate followers, but when you go in the chat, it doesn't seem like that. My YouTube's a mess. It's either videos of why I suck at golf or kids stuff and GME. I always delete my history on YouTube because then it'll suggest new things. What am I hiding? I just don't like being suggested like the same videos. I want to be suggested new videos. That's really what it's all about. I don't really watch much besides Kill Tony. On YouTube, at least. Voidzilla posts something interesting, which is like never. BRB, don't leave. Bro, the market closes in a minute. I'm definitely leaving. I'm definitely leaving. I'm going to be leaving here in like 10, 15 minutes. We're going to stick around, see if any news comes out, and then I'm going to be out of here. I'll hang out for an hour. Maybe it's a news day. Usually it comes out like 10, 20 minutes after market close, so I'll stick around for a little bit longer, but I'm sure we're not going to get anything. And there's your close, 27.10. Still an amazing close. I mean, being at 27 at all is pretty incredible. And in my opinion, I mean, when you compare GameStop to like Chewy, GameStop's still really undervalued at this price. News of Bitcoin purchase for January. I really don't think they'll announce the Bitcoin until earnings. Just gives people more time to accumulate shares. And anyone, who's going to bet against the company, they're going to bet the most on earnings or, following up or leading up to earnings. So it would make a lot more sense for them to just wait. I want to see Juan miss out on Gme. I think a few people did, but it's fine. I mean, I don't think like you miss out. Even if you buy here, like I don't think you missed out. Even if you buy in the 30s or 40s, like I don't think this play is just a double or triple. I think it's a true like growth investment with a lot of potential. So, like even if it does go to like $30-$40, I still think even at $30-$40 it's worth the investment. Definitely, maybe not put as much in, but I still think buying shares on the way up is definitely viable because GameStop's only getting better. Like day by day, I only get more bullish. What's up, One Trade? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Mr. One Trade? I'll be mad to buy in the 50s, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Not if it squeezes. Don't get me wrong, if it squeezes, I'm not as confident in it. But if it just grinds to 40, I mean, that'll be crazy. And who knows, like, if it starts grinding to 40, bro, people's views on the stock are going to start changing, If it truly starts grinding. People's perception on the stock is already changing. Imagine when it's up double. People are going to be like, "Whoa. Whoa." And when they post another year of profit, they're going to be like, "Whoa." Whoa. Imagine if they YOLO'd all in Bitcoin. That'd be crazy. Just straight 6 billion into Bitcoin. That would be wild. Wouldn't that make them the largest holder? Oh, no. I think Micro has like 50 billion now. I think we'd be the second largest holder. Yeah, you'd be the second largest holder if they bought all in Bitcoin. I wonder if Ryan Cohen's savage enough for that. I wonder if he's savage enough. It's almost been up double for a year now. I mean, double from the lows, but from the starting of last year, it's not up double. I don't know where we started last year. Can I even look? Bruh. There we go. Well, you're close to double from the start of last year. Start of last year, you were like 16, 17, so you're close. I mean, once we hit above 35, that's going to be, from a trend perspective on the chart, like that's bullish as fuck whenever we hit 35 again. Very bullish. Gme's climbing back to 34, then exploding from FOMO. I just don't think it's going to explode. I think there's too many trapped people. I think there's way too many people that bought into 30s and 40s that are just stuck in this stock and haven't done the research that, you know, someone like me has done. You know, I FOMO'd into the stock too, but I was able to lower my cost basis by a lot. But like, imagine all the people who bought in at 30, 40, 50 and didn't do the research and have just been sitting on this loss for the past year. Like, they're going to sell. So, I don't think, a lot of people were saying that fucking, 8 months ago or 10 months ago when GameStop was on its way above 30, the first and the second time. Like, a lot of people were like, once it gets to this price, it's gonna mow ass, and I disagree. I think people are not. I think people are ignoring how many shares traded back and forth between $20 to $50 or more, and are just completely ignoring that. I think, and I've been right so far. Here in chat, but can't hear me. Cap, how can you not hear me? Media been sleeping on Gme. Eventually, they're gonna say bye, 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 bye. I mean, eventually the analysts will pick it up. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Once they announce the Bitcoin, I think it's pretty inevitable that it's gonna go nuts. But that's just like short-term stuff. Who knows how high it goes after they announce the Bitcoin? And then, for me, that's not. I just think 5, 10, 20 years, bro. I think this thing's gonna be really insane. Can't believe you said that about Crybaby. I'm done. Oh man, yeah. Why is she even in the chat? Who even invited her? Who even invited her? It's something I have considered doing. I've considered trying to keep more an eye on other people who are streaming GameStop and maybe try to become like active in their chat. I don't know. It's just an interesting thought. I don't think there's just nobody who really streams GameStop, so it's not like it would be that easy of a thing. But it is an interesting thought. Oh look, this guy opened up a power pack. Let's see.
We take a look.
Let's see what he's got here. I want to see the power pack.
Random 3-packs.
Like to take a look at, and then of course, well, and I just got one for each of the people on my crew. Got 3 which we're opening up today, and they account to any type of great DC thing. These are always changing, especially in the market these days. So I guess that would be kind of a devil's advocate as far as like, well, you can't really put it, but you know, maybe putting some type of odds or something like that on the box. Let's take a look at the back. Of course, I got the bunny. It says,
That's a good point. Having odds on the box would be interesting. Record your poll and tag at GameStop. Interesting.
the products in this.
Have they been like reposting people who do this, who have bought these? Because that's actually a really interesting incentive if they're reposting people opening these.
Package have been purchased from the secondary market. I'm top PS from people 8 or above, with the individual manufacturers or the TCG companies, Pokemon.
So it says the collectible products in this package have been purchased from the secondary market and repackaged for retail sales by GameStop Inc. GameStop Inc. is not affiliated with the individual manufacturers or trading card companies contained within this product. All related trademarks and logos are trademarks of their respective owner.
Packs and cards shown on the box.
Packs and cards randomly inserted. Packs and cards shown on box may not be contained within the power packs, may come in English or Japanese.
May not be scary. Those open to.
No purchase necessary. Open only to U.S. residents for a chance to obtain a chase card at the same odds. While supplies last, handprint your name, email, address, daytime, evening phone number, and just on a 3x5 card in the mail in the number 10 envelope with a sufficient postage. What is this? What is this? Only one card per envelope, mailed separately, postmarked by May. One request per entry. I don't know what that is.
U.S. residents last. In a number 10 envelope. Only one card per envelope. Postmarked by May 1st, 2020. Isn't that like in like 10 days? Limit one.
I guess there's a
That URL.
some kind of contest.
I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it because I'm really excited. I don't know what that is, like a secondary chance type of giveaway maybe, but you're seeing the cards on here. Cards from PSA 10 Giratina. That's a different story. That's like very, very valuable, several hundreds of dollars, but I'm gonna try and see what we can do. PSA 8s or above. So that's really cool.
That's a nice little box.
So we got
That's a cool presentation.
a little damage right there, but that's fine. It's like stuck on there. You can kind of feel the texture. Very nice. Okay. And wow. Okay. Let's go one at a time. I'm gonna go like this so you can't really like see all the stuff. So we got a Silver Tempest pack. Now, I still think a Silver Tempest pack is still valuable. The biggest thing is gonna be the graded card, which looks like it may be covered, so you can't see it.
Vivid Voltage?
We got Vivid Voltage.
Never even heard of
We
that.
do have 3 of the packs. Oh,
Wait, what was the other pack?
a Shrouded Fable. So
Shrouded
we
Fable?
do have, so it's a base set Magikarp, and they have it in the plastic where it does block out the grade, so you can do a little guess. That's it. It comes in this little foam, which looks like that comes out as well. We'll open up the pack shortly. So here's the Magikarp. It's definitely not a 10. You can see there's more yellow. There's just some.
3 hours later.
So here's the bottom of it. Here is the card. You ready? Have you made your guesses at home? We have a PSA 9 base set. So the original base set Magikarp. Now, I don't know. We will scan it and we will see what it comes up with of what a... This is the Rare Candy app, which you can go download right now on one. on. So let's make sure.
Probably not worth
Nope, that's
that
it. Got it. So
30 bucks.
an unlimited Magikarp PSA 9 is
Definitely
valued
not
at
bad.
30.
So you got a $7 pack, $6 pack, $5 pack. So that's what, 18 bucks plus a $30 graded card. So that's basically like 50 bucks. Those are pretty, I mean, that's not terrible. That's about what you would get, you know, pulling Pokemon anyway. And then you don't know what you're going to get from the packs, even though it's like super unlikely to get something good from the pack. You can still get something good from the pack.
$2. So we got $32 and we got $15 right here. So it's up to you on whether you think that is worth the price tag. But of course, this is probably one of the more minimum ones that you can get, even though it is cool to get that. Now, of course, you can't count pulls of what you get because that's just hit or miss based off of the actual packs itself. That has nothing to do with the box unless you're talking about those Farfield ones or whatever it's called. Articuno holographic, not too bad. Vivid Voltage, I'm still missing the hyper rare Leon card, but so far my initial thoughts is, you know, the price tag is kind of hefty of $60 for it, and there's not much information as far as like the odds and stuff in the actual box itself. But still, we have 2 more to open up, so I don't want to have like a direct opinion right this second. So let's get a look. Then the packs inside, regardless if I get, you know, hits or not, it's actually not too bad. We can get in these other ones. Ooh, I see. I don't want to spoil it just right away, but we have another Shrouded Fable. We have another Silver Tempest. And then we have a Vivid Voltage. And then the graded card is... It's another base set. It's a base set unlimited Ghastly. First edition stamp would be there if it was first edition, or Shadowless. This shadow would be gone. This is probably just another 9 because you can see from the right to the left there's more yellow on that side.
The border's kind of fucked.
So I guess I should actually, you could, a little whitening down over here. So this
Probably
could be an 8. It could be an 8, which is, I'm gonna go ahead, I'll say it's an 8. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's an 8. Ready? It's a 9.
Oh, wow.
It's a labeled card. So anyway, here's the, let's say, who knew the mighty Magikarp was worth more than a
$23.
Chunkachu, this loot with these sets, and a hyper rare Regieleki VMAX. All right. Not that it really factors in to the overall like box value itself, but for me purposes, we can scan single cards, Japanese as well, with the Rare Candy app, and that is a
$7
and then
card
Shrouded
just for that.
Fable has Earthen Vessel and some other Dusknoir card. I've opened that they're
Okay.
Let's
Let's see.
I don't know, but we have the same 3 packs for these, and then we have, oh wow, all right, I'm gonna save that graded card for the very end, so we can, so
That's all I want to see is the graded card.
let me look from this set. We have a Magearna holographic, and it is a Miltank. So, but I don't know, it's from
Japanese, though, I don't know.
2023. I feel
know
like
how
this one,
worth
Japanese cards
that'll be.
usually are in better quality because of just how they're printed. And centering and everything looks amazing on this card. So
Probably a
here it is
10.
right here. Beautiful, beautiful card. I don't know much more about it, and it's a 10. So nice to see. Japanese card. I'm not sure. I don't know what set it is with that little green thing, but for this one, I guess it just doesn't have a PSA 10 value, but
I mean, we could look at how much that
for
card's worth.
how value
23 Pokemon CLL JP Milk Tank. Have I bought one of these? No, I haven't. Maybe I should. Maybe I will. I'll go to well, I gotta go to GameStop to get my cards soon, so if they have them, I'll buy one for sure. Miltank availability is low. Damn. Yeah, they don't even have this on eBay. Oh, 017, 032. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do 19. I'm at 017. There we go. See if any sold. Yeah, so that's like a $20 card for a 10. $30. So that seems to be about the value of those boxes. But didn't you just say if someone pulled a $2 graded card, that's trash. But yeah, it seems like GameStop's doing like $20, $30 for the PSA card and then the packs. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or which they probably are. And I don't know, is that like hopefully it doesn't come and like bite them in the ass one day. Well, it looks like we're not gonna get any news here. Oh yeah, I missed your message, Moose. I am not hitting the gym tonight. I need to get back in the gym, but I'm still dead from Vegas, bro. My feet are destroyed. So there's not gonna be any cardio. I would go and do like arms or something. But I'm not gonna be doing cardio for a while. My feet are cooked. Like I feel like yeah, I don't know. My feet are destroyed. Gamble for the chance. I would say if they never gave anything out, give out something profitable, then yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Well, you say it's all over TikTok. Have you seen any like profitable pulls on TikTok? Have you seen anyone pull a prismatic or a card worth more than $60? Because, you know, we just had three examples right there, and they were shit. Well, not really shit. You still got the value of the box. You know? It was still a $60 value, or, you know, $50 value of everything. But then you have that slight possibility of pulling something, I guess. I don't know. Equal value the best I've seen. Yeah. Kind of weird. Yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens from that. I don't see why it would. Especially considering, you know, how hard it is to get packs. Like, in a lot of ways, GameStop is doing a service here by, you know, selling packs you can't really get. Like, what if you wanted there was Shrouded Fable was, you know, they had that in every box. Like, if I wanted to get a Shrouded Fable pack off eBay, you know, $6. So, plus shipping, free delivery. So, I don't know. And then what was the other one? Silver Tempest or something like that. $7. And I guess and you get it right there in the store. You don't have to buy it and wait for shipping or anything like that. You just get it right there, right then and there. So I don't know. Hopefully some of the packs have like $100 cards or something. Just to give people something to post about on social media, you know? If someone's pulling $100, $200 card every now and then, and they post it, that'll make GameStop look good. But if nobody's pulling anything good, I don't know. That definitely doesn't make GameStop look good. But I mean, for the company, it's profitable and it crushes. So I guess that's all we really care about. But we also want to bring value to customers, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's time to go though. We don't got any news here. Nothing. It's been a good stream. It's been fun. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for always supporting the stream. God bless you. How did the stream do today anyway? I haven't even checked today, I don't think. Hey, peace out, Moose. You have a good one, bro. Much love, bro. Peace out, Matt Romano. God bless you, bro. Hopefully everything goes good with the back and the neck. That shit's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So hopefully everything goes okay there. Shout out to everyone else. Muma, Kristen, Hugh. I don't know who else is here. Isaiah. Carl! I doubt Carl's still here. Juan, Small Fry, frickin' Isaiah. I don't know who else. There's so many people. Elvis, One Trade. Like, it's hard to remember all the names, man. It's hard to remember all the names, because not everyone types in chat. But if you're here every day, just know I appreciate you, and thank you for supporting the stream. Peace out, Muma. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless you. Have a good rest of your day. Peace!